Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time. It's Wednesday. It's 10 o'clock. It's Atlanta. It's hot. You're about to partake in an adventure that you will never forget. Welcome to the eye test. If my music will cooperate and keep playing like it's supposed to, I'm going to have to fire this band. I'm going to have to fire them tonight. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to fire these jokers tonight. I see Ron in. What's going on, Ron? Wallace Smith, how you doing, boss? Look forward to seeing both of you guys on the dais tonight. We got a little bit of unfinished business from last week. We got to finish doing our predictions for the schedule this year coming up. Also, we got some news that I'm not particularly happy about. We'll discuss that with you guys' permission and with you guys' cooperation. We're going to talk about that. Also, there's some news about first downs. Oh, the NFL is about to enter the 22nd century. Huzzah! Are we ready for this? We'll talk about that also. The check down is in. What's going on? What's going on, man? Look forward to having you come through the place. I'm waiting on a couple of my cohorts to join me. The regulars. Red will be dropping by. I hope Antonio is going to make it. Oh man, I told you I'm going to have to fire these jokers. These jokers here just don't want to. I mean, I don't know how much money I'm going to have to continue to pay these people for them to keep playing until I get through talking. When I do this, that's when you cut. That's when you stop. But, ladies and gentlemen, those things notwithstanding, we are going to talk with you tonight about the Atlanta Falcons. Might hit a little basketball. Let's do a couple of things. But, as I said, we're waiting on other people to come on in because it makes it a better show when you guys cooperate and when you guys come in and when you guys add your voices to the place and add your voices to the conversation. You don't have to agree with us. You don't have to agree with me, but it's just good to have the good conversation. Really appreciate you guys coming in. Those of you in the chat, I have the link in case you feel like you want to come in and interact with us face to face. You can do that. No problem. You don't have no problem going grill to grill and talking about whatever's on your mind. Now, I'm going to, I guess, start and say, okay, cut, guys. Oh, they ran out of here. What the hell? At any rate, I'm going to start. And I saw a guest pop up. Let's see who this is that's knocking on the door trying to get in. Who be this? Why? It's C-Dub. What's going on, C-Dub?
What's up, my friend? How was that Whataburger that you had?
Oh man, it was so good. I ate two.
Oh, look at you.
Hey man, you know when they say that the main oil pump is working, I'm gonna put it to the test.
I hear you. I had Chinese, so I can't really, judge or anything.
Oh, hey man, ain't no biggie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just relieved that whatever it was that they saw, it wasn't there.
Good. It's good. That's a good thing. We want you around there, John. You got to be around.
Yeah, well, I'll try to hang around a couple more weeks. And,
we may not go to training camp together this year, but I mean maybe one training camp.
Yeah, but we're definitely gonna have to do that because this doesn't make any darn sense. Well, I'm gonna talk about that. And there's Ron. What's going on, Ron?
Here's trouble.
How y'all doing, Ron? Y'all about straight?
Ron, you're muted. You need to check your mic.
Almost.
Can't hear you.
Yeah,
there you go.
There
you go. And thank you for the assistance that you gave me, Ron. I took a look at what you had and what you had posted. And man, my sister, they beat me to it. They got me something. And plus I had a neighbor up the street who was selling that stuff for you
the low. I got you.
Yeah, man.
I got you.
EPA don't need to know nothing about that. They don't.
But that's what family do though. Family look out for each other in here. We family.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And I and words can't express. Words can't express. So I really appreciate it. But
giving out hookups here, and I didn't get a phone call.
Hey man. You know what? My dad was a barber.
Yep.
And if you look, hookups, man.
Yeah.
That man, he had the city truck pouring asphalt in our driveway when I was growing up. Hey. I said, Daddy, how you do that? Son, you're asking too many questions. You ain't old enough to know that about that.
You know, John, maybe that's been always the thing about you.
Hey, man. Look, I stayed out of it, C-Dub. You know, that's grown folk business. I stayed out of it.
My auntie and my uncle, they taught me well. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you give, you will receive.
True that.
And my auntie and my uncle, since I was 8 years old, been helping out other families in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And feeding them and, clothing them and everything. So it jumped down to me and my wife. So that's what we do now. We help out if we can help each other. So
yes, sir. Hey, man. Hey, you just never know. So that's why you always try to treat everyone with respect.
Right.
And try to be kind to them if you can. And hey, always put your best foot and best face forward.
Or cussing out
people. Well, and every now and then you have to have a cussing out in your back pocket.
Right.
Just in case.
Right.
Just in case. All right. Well,
I'm a professional cusser. I can do that for people.
Oh, well, yeah. I have a bachelor's degree in it.
Well, I got on ATL.
No.
Hold on. Remember, folks. If Ron looks at you and says, "Excuse my French," get ready.
Yeah.
Bomb's about to be thrown.
Yeah, I try, since we're trying to be a little professional here.
I'm gonna wear a clip on next time.
Since we're journalists here, we'll try to keep it on the up and up as long as the up and up stays up and up.
Right.
Yeah,
now
I'm more like a.
Well, hey, man. Keep your head up.
Look, John. If I worked at the flagship station, I already know they would be coming to me because I'd be already in trouble for saying my thoughts.
They told me. 680 The Fan told me. I saw them out at training camp, which is something I'm going to discuss here in a minute. I saw them out at training camp about 2 years ago, and there were people that I had heard on the radio but didn't know me. There was one person, Brian, what's his name? Hometown Brandon Lee.
Oh yeah, Brandon Lee. Okay.
We worked together at the North Metro facility for the post office. I got to know him and we talked, and he had started interning and everything with 680 The Fan, and he eventually got a job and has a show.
Yeah,
and I ran into him again up there in Flowery Branch, and then ran into John Michael, someone who had we
Oh,
always, yeah,
He
we
was good.
always,
I liked him.
yes. And when the Falcons left 680 the fan to go to 92.9 the game, he lost his job because he was working for 680 and was the sideline reporter for the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He was doing 2 jobs.
Right.
And we got to talk. I had never seen it, but he heard me talking to Brandon, and he's, wait a minute, that your voice sounds familiar. I said, yeah, and I introduced myself, and man, Joker hugged me and everything. I said, whoa, wait a minute.
I don't take attention well.
No, I didn't. But the thing was that they were telling me that when I called in, they were instructed to limit my time on air. The Falcons had called and told it, look, we don't want him talking too long about the team or whatever, because he's always talking about this and always talking about that. But the thing is that I was always told that the biggest room in the world was a room for improvement.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I can't wait to talk about this training camp thing. I got some stuff that I want to get. I think is going on.
Me
right.
too.
And okay. Well, let's go on into it. Let's go on into it.
I mean,
okay.
Because if we don't get Texan, we're never going to get him in.
And ladies and gentlemen, and I see Diva. Hey, Diva, where you were last week? Where were you were last week, Diva? But don't put it in the chat. That's it. Ain't none of our business. Ain't none of our business.
I was about to say,
that's just a rhetorical question. Because I wouldn't be able to answer your question either if you asked me that. So that's it. I'm just being.
I'm an undisclosed location.
Yeah. I'm just being fair.
I got the C double sign. That's where I'm at.
All right. Well, there's Winston. Yeah, there's Winston. He's in the background doing some various stuff for me.
Oh, man.
I really appreciate that. And I'm going to have to learn how to do some background work my darn self. So
it's not so bad. Once you learn it, it's not so bad. But you just like if you have a picture or something you can put behind you. Yeah, it's no big deal. It's pretty
well. Easy. I think I might go back to my computer because see when I first started this, I had my computer and I could throw a background back there.
Yeah.
And but I like doing it from the phone because the phone made me lazy. It's so easy to do it from the phone.
You know what? You can still do it on the phone. I'm just saying, it's not that hard. We'll have to talk. Yeah,
we'll have to talk.
I got you.
But Diva says she can Diva. We will have to converse. All of us will have to caucus. We'll have to do some caucusing.
Let's caucus the caucus. Yes.
Yeah. We'll have to caucus. But
all right.
Let me go ahead and get to this. My friend Ryan is in. Thanks for peeping in, Ryan. Really appreciate it. Okay, now let's get to it. Now, training camp for the Atlanta Falcons is a yearly situation where you're allowed to go to Flowery Branch, which is one of the best training camp facilities in the National Football League.
Gotcha.
If I'm not mistaken, there were some rumblings. And now Wallace is getting in on. Yeah, Wallace, I'm about to talk about that construction or whatever. Okay. There were some rumblings that there were some shortcomings with our training camp.
Right.
I don't know whether that precipitated this construction or not. But there were some rumblings about there were some shortcomings in the weight room or something of that nature or whatever. But I mean, everybody from what I had heard prior to this offseason, because I think they put out a questionnaire or something of that nature about how the training camp was and how the facilities were and all that type of stuff. But And thank you, Ryan.
Yep, Ron. Yep, thank you, Ron.
The thing about that is this. When the Super Bowl was here, one of the teams used the Falcons training camp. They raved about it. They loved it.
Yeah.
You know, and matter of fact, I sent Ryan a picture because we were discussing it. I sent Ryan a picture, and I'm going to put that picture up so that everybody can see what.
Well, and remember that was the Super Bowl. That was the Rams versus the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I think
that
was our last Super Bowl.
Okay.
The last Super Bowl.
Not the Cincinnati Bengals one. I got you.
Yeah, the last Super Bowl that was here.
Yeah.
Well, the one before that was wasn't it? Oh, good. Okay. Well, I'll think about it. But at any rate,
yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Diva said, yes, the end of season player review. Arthur Blank went straight into construction mode. Weight room, lockers, cafe, and trainers got bad grades.
I thought that was Jacksonville that had the worst grades.
No.
Oh, well, we got bad grades. I don't know whether that was the worst grade.
And now, let me say that. And now up to Arthur Blank. Whatever. And now he don't like it. Let me say that.
Yeah.
He want to do something different. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And not up to his standards.
Right.
I mean,
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He got this big old stadium, but he want to get the locker room like that too. I don't want to have this nice female, but she smell like fish, if you know what I mean, down there. AKA the locker room.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
Okay, now, and yeah, now Ron, yeah, okay.
That got me. The fish. You know what?
Now Ryan is saying that we had an F, a grade of an F. And you know, I thought I saw something about some people were displeased with what was going on. Now I'm gonna tell you this. Could it be the people that were there that would made it even worse?
Don't worry, John. We're still going to talk. You're not even touching what I'm thinking.
You know, it could be. Now, my only thing about this is one of the most crucial off seasons in Atlanta Falcons history.
Yep.
Okay. I would venture to say, looking back at other off seasons, this might be the most important because I mean the whole old model coaching. You got an African American coach, you got an African American general manager. The general manager that was there, McKay, is supposedly out of the picture.
Right.
This is NEW new. Arthur Blank. Arthur Blank is not, even supposed to be involved in it. Well, okay, so since all of this is true, and I'm welcoming my partner in crime, Mr. Winston Thornton, right up I-85,
Mr.
95. Hugging
Mr.
the
muscles. He's about to take someone out, man. Look at that, Mr. GQ. What's up, my man?
What's going on, Winston?
What's up, Winston?
Hey man, what's happening? I was rolling, bro. Trying to get that back down the road, man. I'm just getting back in the house on the beach. had the thing wide open going down over.
I'm just like going, okay, Winston's gonna pop in any minute now, either Velvet Road.
Wallace, Diva, chat, what's going on? How y'all feeling? Appreciate y'all being here with us.
Oh, it's good.
All right, now back a few years back, I'm trying, and I couldn't find any articles or whatever, but I remember it because I did. The Falcons moved their training camp. Either they were doing construction at Sewanee, or they were in the process of building Flowery Branch. Mm-hmm. They moved the practices to Clemson or Furman University. One of the two, might have been Clemson, because I remember getting on 85 and riding up into South Carolina for the practice. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was trying to think whether it was Furman or Clemson, one of the two. But they moved the camp. They moved the camp and they held camp there for the whole season, for the whole preseason. 4 games, 2-a-days. Right. 2-a-days, 4 games. You know, that was the part of the other collective bargaining agreement. And the first thing I was thinking about, what was that, Winston?
In the full training camp?
Yeah, the full training camp was up in South Carolina because there was some construction going on here in Georgia. I can't remember whether it was Flowery Branch or whether it was Sewanee. But could have been. But they moved the training camp up there. Mm-hmm. And they invited the fans to come up for it was about a 2-week period. It was a 2-week period where they invited the fans to come up. Now, I don't know whether the Falcons looked around or didn't look around or decided to, do what it was that they did. But I was thinking that I was just saying, man, with all of this preseason is loaded, okay, in importance. This is a very, very important preseason, and your fans want to see your team. Now, like I said, I'm going to put up a picture that I sent Ryan earlier today. I had a friend of mine that was supposed to come meet me in Sewanee, but he got held up at the gambling table down in Mississippi, and couldn't make it up.
Don't talk about red that way.
I went on up and I sent him a video so that he could take a look and see what it looked like. And Winston, you never been to the training camp, have you?
I ain't never been to Sewanee.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna post that.
But Flowery Branch, I had planned on coming down this week. This year. I had planned on coming down. I had talked to you about it. I had talked to Larry about it. Like, I had planned on coming down there. Then they talking about they only gonna have one but 2 open practice. Is the one at the Bend, and there's another one at a high school.
Yeah, I can't remember the high school's name, but yeah.
I'm not going to Atlanta to ride around to get lost looking for a high school. That's not that appealing.
Yeah.
That's not that appealing.
Yeah. But I mean, for what we see on the outside, Flowery Branch it's a beautiful place. Yeah. Beautiful place. Yeah. It's hot. Well, and what they had done, they have a big hill on the side, and they have cover over the hill, where some bleachers or whatever. But people are sitting on the hill in lawn chairs, whatever, and they braving the heat. People throwing footballs and all that type of stuff. And it's a situation where, say for instance, somebody wanted to see how an NFL team ran a training camp.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You could go and see that, and it was free. It was free. You just walk. You get in line, walk on in, get you a hot dog, get you a hamburger. One of them old cheap hot dogs, cheap hamburgers. They still taste good now. You want some Falcons merchandise? You can get whatever it is that you want, and then watch them practice. And it's in the early morning. I think about 9:30, and they run to about 11:30, and then they're gone. Since collective bargaining agreement, you got one practice. They do it in the morning.
Right. That's a good thing, John. In the afternoon.
Man, but look here.
2-a-days with the best.
I did a couple of 2-a-days with the Falcons. ran around the field. You know, when they were in Swanee,
Right.
oh man, I was running around the field, lapping the field, and all that type of stuff. But you know, I was young then, didn't have no damn sense.
Hey, did you care about the heat then? That heat,
man, look, hey, back then I was in way better shape than I'm in right now.
Hey, that heat a killer, boy.
Man, look here. Well, hey,
I don't work out outside.
Hey, Ron, if you asked for a sip of water, you was a punk. You don't ask for no water. No damn water.
That heat, boy, that Georgia heat.
But it was hot. Yeah, it was hot though. It was hot. But you know, that's all I was saying to people. Now, you know, people came back. Well, you know, they doing construction. You can't be around construction. I'm not telling y'all to be around no construction. Right. I just thought that they could have found up another place. Mm-hmm. Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Georgia. Go down there to Athens. You know, practice with Georgia. You know, do something so that the fans could enjoy a week with you.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So that we can interact with you guys, because the thing is that the last person we interacted with, we didn't want. Look,
I can't wait to talk.
Come on, man.
Dan Quinn.
Yeah. No. Arthur Smith. Hey, Winston, you just forgot about him then. You just put him out your mind.
Arthur Smith is like that bad taste in the back of your mouth. You eat all the different meals that you can to try to erase that taste. Mm-hmm. But it's still there. The taste is still there, but
that aftertaste.
You mentally block it out until somebody bring it up. But yeah, you remember that time you tried octopus? Oh, and then you taste it all over again.
Yeah. It's like that joke. It's like that joke man told me a long time ago that the dog, man had a dog, and he said he wouldn't bite, but he bit this man, and then bit somebody else. And he said, now why did he bite that second man? He said he bit that second man to get that bad taste out of his mouth from the one he bit the first time. So that's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking at. Now, C-Dub, I know you've been champing at the bit because you got something you got to say. Go ahead and talk to us. All
right. Because, you know, I am the resident, I guess, pessimist or whatever, but, you know, it's like this. I'm hearing people trying to tell me, look on the bright side, And I keep continually going, yeah, sorry, I don't play that game. All right, so bright side, kiss my butt. So with that being said, I'm looking at this, first off, so you're telling me they decided to redo all this stuff when with a new coach, new GM, who's supposedly media, you know, very cordial and everything. And he doesn't want to be around the crowd? Got a couple ideas on that. Why? Because I just feel like maybe our bullets aren't in the chamber. And maybe this is also a way, let's be honest. Like my one question I was going to ask John, is the media still going to be invited to watch?
That's what I was thinking about.
Because if not, then I understand. But if so, I think it's going to be one of those. There's certain days you'll see the Falcons training. And those are days when Kirk Cousins is okay. I honestly think.
Well, wait a minute, C-Dub. Yeah. Wait a minute, C-Dub. You've been getting video clips of Kirk Cousins and all that stuff going on up there. So the media is there.
They just released yesterday. Kirk Cousins jogging back,
and that's the Falcons media too, right?
Right.
Falcons training, you know, it says the little Falcons emblems.
It's C-Dub. I'm gonna go after you, but go ahead.
Look, I'm just gonna say what I think. That's all. But I have originally my first thought was this: maybe they're concerned about the defense. That because you didn't upgrade corners, you didn't upgrade safeties, you really didn't do a whole lot of stuff. So you're relying a whole lot of coaching involved in this. I mean, because that's the only thing I could think of. You got to coach up this system, got to get these guys in their new roles. Because last I checked, we're not playing the same system as we did last year. All right, that's what I was told. So there's that one. But my other thing kept coming back to maybe Michael Penix is going to be working a lot more with the first stringers than people think. And all I'm saying is we don't know how. Look, didn't Kurt get hurt like around late October, early November?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people heal at different rates. I'm just saying, we don't know. And, John said it perfectly. So now we can't have an opinion. We got to take an opinion from, let's be honest, a reporter that's in the end with the Falcons. They're not really going to go in on these guys. I mean, we've brought that up a lot. How the journalists or the reporters don't really go in on the Falcons, unless it's outward. Because I know like Ryan, who's the birdcage, who just sneaked up in here about to hit me with a chair.
Hey, Wilson, you see who over there, don't you? You see who over there, don't you, Wilson?
Man, that's smooth operator, man. He's straight in that low key.
he got into DM, y'all.
Man, what's going on, fellas? I had to pay you guys a visit, man. Y'all always coming over to the cage, man, and I'm definitely appreciative of that, and I love what y'all do over here. But you already know you know what? I'm gonna do this for you because CW, you're a wrestling fan, and I already told you who my character is right now.
Yeah, I got
to be Razor Ramon. I'm the bad guy.
So I
got to come out of the back. So everybody love the bad guy, so I got to be the bad guy for you.
Gotcha.
Because
I got to get the entrance music next time, though.
No, I'm not gonna stay the bad guy for long, but I got to jump in here, man. So
that's all good.
So I'm not gonna jump Winston because Winston said he was after you. I just wanted to say
hello. Go ahead. I mean,
no.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure we about to go there in the same path. But go ahead.
So I'm gonna give you this.
Look, it's all good.
You new in the house. This is new air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? We just laid down new carpet, new floor. Go ahead, walk first. You got the nice little triangles on it. Go ahead, walk first.
I feel like I'm about to get sucker punched.
Wait a minute. I didn't come empty-handed. See, if I come to the house and come to the cookout, I'm bringing some fresh peach cobbler. I'm bringing some sweet tea. I'm bringing some potato pie, sweet potato pie. Don't do that pumpkin pie around here.
That's all we had. Just don't.
I'm also gonna bring some plastic. Hold up. Then I'm gonna bring some plastic utensils and some trash bags. See, everybody want to bring all the stuff, everything else, but look, it's got to get clean later. So guess what? Let's go ahead and clean this up.
It gotta get clean. Somebody got to do the dirty work. Somebody got to do the
one cleaning. So I got you.
Yeah. So getting to it now, John and I talked about this earlier, and I stated this. Now, a lot of fans are pissed because they can't go in there. Oh, well, we can't say anything. First off, they keep stuff vanilla for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that straight. Even through the walkthroughs, they don't, because here's the thing: if people are coming into Flowery Branch just willy-nilly, even when they was in Sewanee, just think about it. You got people that's on payroll or whatnot just to go and scout things. What do you think the University of Michigan was doing when they won their national championship? They had a guy on payroll that was going to every school looking at everything and had tickets. Hell, he even had press passes where he was on the side getting vital information. So let's be real. Raheem Morris's first year, the construction has been going on really since 2021. That was when it started. Yeah, it's been since 2021.
Right.
And honestly, when you look at everything that's been going on with the Falcons at this point, they got a bad grade on the facility because it's not upgraded. Everybody else's practice facilities have been upgraded across the league. Right. We are one of the last teams to do so. Jacksonville was right along in that boat with us. So we had an F on that. Now, some of my guys that's on here that's done played football before, whether it's been college, semi-pro, or, and it's some guys that's done made it to the league that watch the show. So let's just be real on this, man, because I got a guy that's coming on the show tomorrow. His name is Jamal Fudge, played for the Falcons for a little bit, and he also played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, came out of Clemson. He's coming on to the Birdcage tomorrow, and we're going to talk a little bit about the training camp and everything that comes with it, as well as his career. But getting to it, as he even said, man, a lot of the time, players don't want fans in there. Let's just be real. We don't want people in there because guess what? That's like somebody standing. I get that you're doing entertainment, but when you're doing your prepping, when you're supposed to prep, you're not supposed to have folks coming through like that. Let's just be real, because I get fan relations. The NFL started to do that because they were generating revenue. But before that, practices were always closed off, and even the media couldn't get in at one point. But because of this day and age of having the scoops on all the stories that are coming on, NFL Network always has to have something so they can keep going. ESPN always has to have something to keep going. But as for fans, let's be real. What are we going to do? We're going to sit right there. Oh, you can run that route right. Oh, you can catch the ball. I get heckling, but you have to remember, having a practice, and John, you're guilty of it because you even said you be getting there giving people the business. I'm right now. If I'm one of those,
and you know what? I feel funny. I feel funny talking about it because
I'll tell you just like what I would do, John. If I'm gonna give you this, hey, Sexy Red. The reason they found rats in that facility.
Say what?
Right next to. They're right next to water. That stadium is right next to the water.
Yeah,
and it's also a wooded area. I'm from Atlanta, but I grew up in between Atlanta and Jacksonville, Florida. And you talking about the east side?
I can do you one better because I do AVAC. Anywhere you find a rat, you're bound to find a snake.
Yeah,
and water.
Point blank. Period. And you right there by the water too. If there's rats in that facility, there's snakes in that facility.
Yep.
There's no ifs and buts about it. There's hunting ground. They going whatever the food at.
But we got to get back to John on this. Now, John, I'm gonna be honest with you. Players don't really say much to fans like that. They'll laugh it off. But like a guy like a James Harrison, I bet money you wouldn't say nothing to him because he's the type that will walk up on you and say something.
I tried, big ass.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Hold on. Remember this. His muscles are a little bit bigger than yours, and he also tossing 300 pounders, and he got hands. He's called Debo for a reason.
Yeah.
Now,
I kick him in his knee.
You know, security ain't gonna let that happen.
No.
Trying to have a
well, you know what? Now, the problem with me, if I would never get at the players, I'd be on the coaches. Those are the people I'd be jumping at.
I'm fine with that. I'm talking about people that like to heckle the players while they out there and they're working. It's like, do you want somebody to kick the squeegee out your hand? Or do you want somebody to sit there and say, hey, man, you missed that F on that keyboard, man. Backspace that shit. You want them to say that?
Yeah. Now, did you see, I don't know whether you noticed, and I want you to watch the video again that I sent you. The fans are far, far away from the players up at up at Flowery Branch. And that's the way that they designed it. Now they would have player interaction after, the practice or whatever. They would come over to the rope, sign autograph. That's how Matt Ryan got hit in the head with that football. You remember a few years back.
I remember that.
Yeah. Cause hey, heads up, boop.
And Jamal
they just shut everything
about that tonight when we were going through, we go through preps before a show all the time, making sure sound is working. Jamal actually talked about that. He said, because he played for Jacksonville and then he also played there. So in Jacksonville, the facility is not as spread out because their practice facility is right next to the stadium, like literally right next to the stadium. And it's on the riverbank. But in Atlanta, Flowery Branch is way away from the city. So in a sense, it's a lot easier for the fans in the inner city to really get to that. But like you say, with Flowery Branch, you gotta have a vehicle to get out there.
Right. Oh, pictures don't do it justice.
It's beautiful.
Pictures don't do it justice. The spot of land that they picked, and I really wanted our guys, and you guys too, if you were gonna come down.
I actually was supposed to get a media pass, but all that kind of changed. I had some stuff. I actually was gonna be in the media room, bro.
Yeah.
But because of the construction and stuff, that kind of I was gonna keep that under wraps. That was actually gonna come out, and y'all were gonna see clips. I'm like, how the hell you get by the podium?
Yeah.
Hey, I'd rather you be by the podium than some other guys.
I wouldn't mind. No, because here's the thing: the first person, like after the video would be over with, the first person I'm going to check is damn D. Orlando Ledbetter. I want a piece of his. I want a whole. Listen, I want a piece of his ass. I want the whole kid and caboodle. My friend in his hip pockets.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna be real. Let's be real though. He's not as. I'll say this.
Boy.
I'm stuttering with this because I'm trying to say this with a straight face.
Boy.
D. Orlando Ledbetter knows who to mess with and who not to mess with.
Yeah.
Let's just keep that a buck. Now, when him and Steve Weiss were they good friends. They both Howard University alum and all that, so they tight. But Raheem Morris, I really wish that D would have been in there instead of at the Super Bowl when Raheem had that press conference and Steak Shapiro tried him, and he said, hold up. He said, this is my press conference. Y'all here to talk to me. He said, we're gonna do this the right way. Now that's that damn New Jersey coming up out that dude. So you don't have a dude that's an good old G golly wish old Southern guy. You got a damn a Jersey cat that's up in there.
All right.
Antonio.
That don't take no shit.
Yeah. But here's the thing, we've been needing that, and I've been saying this. John has come on my show many a days and said this because we've agreed on this. We need to have an ass kicker for a coach. He can say what he can say to people, but every once in a while, you're gonna have to get off in the press's ass too, because they think stuff's sweet too. And you gotta establish the respect so we don't look like the ass of the NFL anymore.
What?
Yeah,
Is that in the red?
Steak Shapiro. See,
God, can't stand Steak.
Because see, when they came, and established, established 790 The Zone. Him, Chris Domino, and
Nick Cellini.
Nick Cellini. It was a situation where I heard this once before. The honky tonk man told somebody in the crowd, "When I want to hear your opinion, I'll slap it out of you."
Yeah.
So
trust me, it wouldn't hurt.
That Smith was trying to get away with.
Yeah. There you go. Because see, Arthur Smith and Steak Shapiro are kind of cut from the same cloth. Just like, how dare you challenge me, or how dare you ask me that question, you low-life pheasant? You have no business even kissing the bottom of my dirty shoe. And that type of stuff, man. That sent me from zero to ignorant Mickey Ficky in less than a second.
Man,
it wouldn't be no conversation.
Checked him on that when he first got to Georgia because Steak tried him.
I mean, Steak still does that, dude. Steak still does that crap.
He do that with everybody. I mean,
and I mean,
there are certain people. There are certain people that feel, if they feel that they have more dog in them than you do, they're gonna try you. The same thing with any bully. And you know how you stop a bully from bullying? Slap the shit out of that.
Wait a minute. Why you gonna slap him? No, you don't slap a bully. You hit him with a 2-piece and a biscuit.
No.
The hell was
crossroads. Hold on. 3 times.
For a man, the most disrespectful thing that you can do to me, either spit on me or open hand slap me.
You got one.
Now, we can fight all day long.
Oh no! You forgot one.
That's normal. But if I say that open hand slap you, and you get all 5 of these across this Western Hemisphere of your face.
Western.
Hey, hold look, but you, hey, bro, you forgot what we
I promise you, it would change your thought process.
Oh my God.
You keep your feet on the ground too. That's something else my granddaddy said. He said, if a joker put his feet on you, he don't care. So if a joker kick you, you know what it is.
Come on.
That's just as disrespectful as slapping and spitting on somebody.
But you know what my father used to, he used to do? This joker used to get a 38 and slap it up against your head and shoot it. Shoot it while he slapped it up against your head.
Oh,
Bah! So you can't hear for about a half hour, and you got this awful doggone headache. But wait a minute. I'm giving too many people. We're giving people too many ideas. We're giving people ideas.
His second shot better hit me because I'm telling you, I'm coming right back. If I ain't got it on my mind,
you sitting here talking about that. I just hope people got good lawyers fooling with you.
Yeah. Hey, man. You know, Montlick and excuse me. Montlick and Associates or Morgan and Morgan one. Y'all, hey, I tell you.
Hey, look, but you know the crazy thing up here in Richmond, right? We got a there's a law office called Phelan Petty. It's spelled PHELAN PETTY. Phelan Petty. Andrew, was it? Is it Andrew or criminal?
Phelan Petty.
Yeah, no bullshit.
I love it. Who are you with? Phelan Petty.
Phelan Petty.
Damn right I am.
Or either Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
Yeah.
But
you better we getting a defense attorney with that. Damn. And you get a state prosecutor, you pretty much know you up the river.
Oh
yeah.
That's sir.
The only person I've ever seen with a state prosecutor get off, and he got off for a murder that he didn't commit. If you go back and look, it's a kid in Jacksonville by the name of Brenton Butler. His story was a big thing across the country at one point.
Yes. I said that on my show.
Oh, come on, man.
And that the way they did that, man, uncalled for.
Man, I was a freshman in high school when that went down, and I remember when they booked him, they showed it on the news. I remember when they showed him, from being in that holding cell, he had knots and the police beat him down behind them darn walls to try to get a confession.
Man, they beat that man like Rodney King, man.
So the sheriff at the time was Nat Glover, who was the first black sheriff in the city of Jacksonville. His son, now I'll say this, God rest my grandfather's soul. My mom's dad was a police officer in Jacksonville for 30 years. So he came in at the time when blacks were starting to get opportunities in Jacksonville. And Nat Glover was one of the guys he worked with. Nat never messed with him because my granddaddy had checked him a long time ago. Nat was him and a dude by the name of Lonnie Miller was some dirty cops. I'll just say that. Some stuff that I know, but I'm not going to put that out here because it's a sports show. But it's just sad when you look at that. John mentioned legal stuff, and I'm like, man, you get a state attorney, you better go find Brenton Butler's lawyer or whatnot, because he got him off of a first degree murder, and they were gonna give him life. So that's the only state attorney I've seen win a serious case.
Mm-hmm.
Now Diva, I'm gonna put Diva's comment back up. And this was another something that we found out about what's happening with the NFL. Now, they're putting games on Netflix.
Yeah.
And there was someone that had an estimate of it costing close to $800.
Shit.
Was it $600 or $800 to watch NFL this coming year? Wait a minute, I'm hearing a echo.
Yeah, somebody got a feedback.
I'm hearing my voice being reproduced in static, even though people always say I sound like that anyway. But at any rate, yep. I'm hearing it. At any rate, and is the NFL getting too big for its britches now? I mean, come on, y'all.
No,
Hold on, we got. Hold up, Tony. We got to figure that out. That's a mean kickback.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hold on, I'm about to mute mine.
Okay.
And then start from the top.
All right.
We'll see the.
Well, I don't hear it anymore. Oh yeah, I heard it then. I heard it then. Hello. Testing. And see, Ryan, a lot of times this stuff comes in during the show.
I understand it happens because you've been on my show and it's happened many a times dealing with StreamYard. So it's not error proof, unfortunately.
Yeah. And okay, let me see. See, Dub, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm gonna see what's going on. Testing. We'll try. Okay. C Dub.
Yeah.
C Dub. Hello. I'm just calling your name to see if I can hear that echo. I'm hearing a little bit of chop.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, Ron. I'm gonna try you. Testing. Ron, look like you all right. No, man, I'm definitely hearing. Ryan, I'm gonna try you right quick. See what's on. Okay, Ryan. Oh, Ryan is already muted, so that's not him.
Yep. So yeah, I was gonna say if you need me to unmute, I can, but you know,
yeah. Go ahead and unmute. And Tonio was muted.
Well, you don't have feedback
Tonio
from this end. You sound clear.
Okay. I guess we got it.
All right.
I don't know what we did, but I guess we got it. At any rate, but going back to this, $800 to watch the entire NFL. Oh, there it goes.
That's me. I'm gonna go ahead and go because I'm in this bathroom.
Thanks a lot.
Tonio, man.
Because you get
brother. hey, Tonio, sign out and come back in when you get the chance. Yeah, I see you. I see your project, and I want you to talk about it too. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Tonio.
Yeah.
Go out and come back in.
Sign out and come back in. Because I want you to talk about what you got going on.
All right.
Hey, the shower's clean,
right,
so
brother.
Good.
That thing nasty.
Hey, look,
that's a display shower.
Hey Ryan, wait till he come back and tell you what he got going on. Just hold on.
Lord. Look,
I'll be back.
All right.
I'm gonna give you this to stir up the pot while we waiting on him. So you remember one of the guys that I pointed out to you on the show? I showed him, displayed him, and then I also sent him to you in the inbox, John and Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Odu Hilaire, the kid that I talked about that was out of Alabama A&M originally, ended up getting signed by the Falcons as an undrafted free agent. He was one of my targets that I had put out there, and he ended up going to Bowling Green, and that was when everybody wanted to take notice. But if you go back to it, when Alabama A&M beat Jackson State when Deion Sanders was on the field, that was the kid who was eating them up, and they couldn't stop him. And he's been one of the best wide receivers. He was one of the best wide receivers at the HBCU level, and then he moved up and did it at the FCS level with Bowling Green or whatnot. And FBS level with Bowling Green or whatnot. And you just sit back and like, this kid can play. And if he can do it on that level and do it on this level, he's going to be a problem in Atlanta if they give him a chance. Him and that kid Isaiah Wooden Sr., who I talked about out of Utah Southeastern. So these are guys that are monsters. But the thing that kind of caught me off guard, I posted it, and I think I sent it to you too, John. They are going to give Odu Hilaire Julio Jones's number.
Oh,
they're going to give it.
Stop it.
Yeah, they giving it. Yeah, they already gave it to him. They issued it to him. I'm like, y'all need to let this kid just have his
I
own
would issue his
identity.
ass right out of Atlanta too.
Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen now, especially if he makes the squad and he moves up, and then when he gets on the field and he wearing that number, you know what's gonna happen.
There are certain numbers that should not be like we did wrong with Deion Sanders. Number 21, True Font should have never had. Number 2 should not be used again. 11 should not be used again. 7 should have never been used again. Even with Bijan and Cool, all of them, like 7 should have never been touched again. Like there's certain numbers that should not be touched. We are not doing right by our legacy players. We've had players that have made a name not just in Atlanta but across the league. And us as a poverty ridden franchise, because let's be honest, we haven't won anything. We never won anything. We done had a couple of hot spots and highlights, and for the people that gave us those highlights, we're not doing right by them as a franchise. There are certain numbers that should not be touched, and we keep on just recycling. But then wonder why a lot of players don't want to come. Like I'm trying to build a legacy, and you're not respecting my legacy.
Everybody praised Deion. I get it. Deion was not here long enough in Atlanta for us to retire that number. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
If he'd have been here for he was only here for 4. He was only here for 5 years.
He was here for 5 years.
He was here for 5 years. If you go past 5 years with a franchise and you're one of those type of players, then that's a whole different story. I catch flack for that, but I'm like, dog. Steve Bartkowski, William Andrews, damn Tommy Nobis, Claude Humphrey. That 87 should never be handed out. Let's keep that real. That's your only true Hall of Famer. Deion had a pit stop here. Claude spent all of his years here minus his last 3. And he went and because it was because he got traded off. I'm sorry, he ended up leaving, going to Philadelphia because the freaking Rankin brothers didn't want to pay him. He wanted to finish his career here, but he ended up playing in 1 Super Bowl. But if it's any numbers that don't need to be given out, Claude Humphrey, Tommy Nobis, Jesse Tuggle is another one because he played 13 years here. And definitely that number should be retired. William Andrews' number should be retired as well. That 31. It never gets handed out. No, they don't retire numbers, but they put them up in the ring of honor. But those numbers should not be handed out. That 21,
it should not
Deion
be
wasn't here long enough for me to say. Deion wasn't here long enough, bro.
I want to ask you, Ryan. I've been watching your show every week faithfully, and I like what you're doing. But is it our fault that Deion did not want to be here, or is it the owner fault? Did not want to pay Deion to be here.
We didn't
know. I got a question for you. How old are you?
I'm 41.
So you got me by a few years. So I became a fan in 91. I'm 37. I was born in 87. So I became a fan in 91.
I'm 37.
But hold on. I'm sorry. My memories of the Falcons were at 1991. I came out of my mama's womb with red and black in my blood from the Dogs, the Falcons, and everything else except Georgia Tech. So my mom and them got a picture of me standing in front of the TV with a diaper on and nothing else, yelling, "Run, Deion, run," in front of my granddad's old little black and white TV back off of Eden Road on the back patio. So I've been a fan for life, but I'll say this: the Fred Tokar situation is mainly the reason that he got up out of here. Anybody that knows anything about that at that time, he was one of them. Him and Dominique Wilkins left the same year. Think about that. You're 2 guys that were putting asses in seats, both of them, and they got rid of both of those dudes. Just think about it. Think about it. Neither one of those franchises wanted to be caught up in that legal BS. So that was one of the reasons why. It wasn't just because the owner was cheap. It was because they didn't want nothing to do with all the BS that he had going on off the field that they kept hush hush. That's the reason why he didn't stay.
But what I'm saying, we don't never keep our own players that we draft. We always let them go somewhere else. Why don't we keep the players we draft here? We don't
Well,
know.
now, Ron.
We don't.
Prior to Arthur Blank buying this franchise, the Smiths had no incentive to bring a winner here. They found out how much, and I would never forget this. They found out how much it costs to host a playoff game, and they didn't want to pay it.
Bingo.
These jokers found out how much it would cost, man, and I wouldn't doubt for 1 minute that they sabotaged both Dallas games that we had here in the playoffs. I wouldn't doubt.
John, why do you think? Now, here's the thing. Now, you know I had Dewey McClain on the show and a few other folks, right? This is something I can let the cat out the bag with this one for you, John. The reason why it was like that, Tommy Nobis had 3 to 4 good years left in him. He still had 4 years. And everybody remembers that he retired and he was bitter when he retired from the Falcons. The reason he was bitter was because of the fact that front office did not try to put players around that offense when he was here, because he was the catalyst for the Grits Blitz defense. He was on him and Claude Humphrey were on their last legs at that time when Dewey McClain and Tom Pridemore and all these guys started coming in, Jeff Merrill, and they all said the defense wasn't the problem because Jerry Glanville got the defense right. The problem was they didn't scout. The scouting department, which has been a problem for years, and and you've watched me say this about this on my show many days. The scouting department has been piss poor. Period. They'll hit one or two good players, but they don't scout around to get great talent all around. There's one team that I'm gonna put out here, and I'm gonna let you guys go. I mean, have at it, and I'm gonna chime in on whatever you guys bring. But look at the Baltimore Ravens. They were established in 1996.
Yep.
You had 2 Hall of Fame players drafted that year, Jonathan Ogden and Ray Lewis. Then a couple of years, and then you get years later when they're building that team, Ozzie Newsome was in that front office building something because he understood how to bring in talent. He came from, and I'm, as much as it pains me to say it, he came out of Alabama, roll tide guy. He came out of there, and he was under Bear Bryant, who literally was always building great teams. He got to see that. He goes to Cleveland. They're building great teams. He gets with Belichick, a young Belichick at that time, who was with Parcells. They understood how to draft guys because Belichick got that from the New York Giants, and then you had him to impart that knowledge on the Ozzie Newsome. Ray Lewis was supposed to be a Cleveland Brown, and Belichick was supposed to be the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, but all that changed. So if you ever look at it, you never see a draft where they really miss, because Ed Reed, Hall of Fame, Ray Lewis, Hall of Fame, Jonathan Ogden, Hall of Fame, Terrell Suggs, potential Hall of Famer who they draft to bring out there. And you got and I mean, you look at it, the last parting gift. I mean, Ozzie Newsome still has an office, and he's not a full-time worker, but he still worked for him to help him. He brought in Lamar Jackson. That was his last big acquisition to that team. 2-time MVP. So you mean to tell me that we can't get somebody in this front office that understands how to scout talent? That's the reason why we've been bad for all these years.
Yeah, because well, I remember the scouting department that they fired before Arthur Smith got here. And I would always say, okay, why in the world do we send people? Okay, the way that I envision it, let me go back, because there's just so many thoughts that I have on this, because of the fact that if a coach wants to build a team, he makes a laundry list of what it is that he wants and what it is that he needs, the parameters, specifications, types of people, types of character, whatever. And you remember we had this Falcon filter around here for a long time, where anybody of any kind of questionable character, they weren't going to draft. Okay, but thing is, you needed borderline assassins. Okay, you can't have church-going people playing football. You know, you can't have.
You got Kirk Cousins. You got Kirk Cousins.
He
talking about these Bible Belt guys.
Right.
Kirk Cousins, if you saw that Netflix documentary, he done cut some folks out.
I'm just saying.
They don't want to get
John say it like this. You don't want those doggone soft Bible thumpers. You want guys that believe in the Lord, but guess what? You want them to be able to turn the other cheek, and literally when they turn that cheek, they grabbing that sword and getting ready to knock you out with. I'm sorry, that 2x4 and getting ready to knock you out with it. Then pray for you after they do it.
Yeah,
Reggie White and was there. Everybody laughed, but Reggie White was there.
Right.
And see, 2013, when the very first game when we played New Orleans, and one of the cornerbacks hit Matt Ryan. No offensive lineman went over there. Nobody didn't go over there. They went turned and started complaining to the referee. That's when Carolina started saying, "Oh, these Falcons, they soft. They ain't worth that." You know, and that's where that narrative started. Okay, that's where that narrative started, and it took at least 4 years for us to shake that off. Okay. Now
you would bring that back.
But I mean that it was demonstrative.
Was the only one who tried to fight. Everybody else stood there and watched.
But we should say the same thing about Freeman. I mean, they jacked Freeman up that one time. Freeman,
where Aaron Donald had it.
That was when he was trying to get in a fight. Aaron Donald picked him up and was
picked him up like this. I'm like, wait a
minute, hold on, Red. Hold on, Miss Sexy Red.
At that point,
I gotta correct you on Penix. Penix is a St. Pete boy that's from the hood. Yes, he believes in the Lord, but don't get it twisted. He one of them jokers that'll put hands on you. I got partners that grew up with him. Trust me.
I like where the offensive line.
He ain't that much of a Bible thumper. He'll fight.
Man,
he's a boy. He get busy behind closed doors.
I mean, well, hey, y'all done heard the saying, the preacher's son is the worst at one.
Mm-hmm.
He'll pray for you right there, but he'll be slapping you if you don't have money.
The preacher daughter too.
Hey.
If you know, like I know.
If you know, you know.
Hey, my daddy told me, he said, "Hey, boy." He said, just because I know Jesus don't mean I ain't know the streets. You better understand. Daddy told me that a long time ago. He said, I found Jesus after I found the streets.
Jesus don't mean I won't send you to go see him earlier than you expected.
I'm telling my daddy, say I was in the look. He said I was in the streets before I was in the church. You better realize that. Ooh, God, rest my father's soul, man.
And see, thing is, when you're playing football, see, when you're playing football and you're on that field, you cannot afford to show any weakness. You can't show it. You can't play it. You can't intimate it. You got to be ready to go. And see, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I want borderline killers out there. I want this joker this side of doggone massacring everybody on the field. You know, you have to put him in a cage, feed him gunpowder and collard green, and then loose him on the world every Sunday.
Gunpowder and collard green. Good. He got a balanced diet on that. He got a balanced diet.
Hey, I want that joker upset when he get on the field. I want him upset.
Upset.
Your stomach gonna be upset.
Hey, look.
Your stomach gonna be upset.
But see, we had a Falcon filter. We had a Falcon filter for a very long time where we would not even look at or entertain drafting people who had quote unquote questionable character. But
Prince Shimbo messed it up.
Yeah.
Prince Shimbo was the one that messed it up. That was the last person with a questionable character that we sat there and drafted. When he did whatever he did to that damn dog, that was it. If you ain't squeaky clean, you ain't on the team.
What?
Yeah. Now from what I understand, it has changed because they asked them about the Falcon filter. They asked this, Raheem Morris and the rest of them about the Falcon filter, and they now said that, hey man, we're going to draft best player available, whatever. And plus the fact, by virtue of the fact that they even went after Deshaun Watson with all of that stuff hanging over him, because see, the thing was, 10 years ago, Deshaun Watson, with all of the perceived baggage that he had and the perceived situations that he had going on, they wouldn't have even looked at it.
But I'm gonna ask you this.
The only way he would have got Atlanta would have been on vacation.
I think the only reason we were going after him, he to put butts in seats.
No, they said that the only reason we went after him because we finally realized that for you to be a legitimate contender, you have to have dogs on your team.
Right. I mean, I know that, but
also all the time to be a legitimate contender. Every contender got an edge. Every team, every championship team has a player with edge. Look at 2008 Boston Celtics. Yeah, Kendrick Perkins and KG and Rondo, players with edge. Look at the Lakers back in the day. You had Kobe. You had Kobe. They had edges. You have to have somebody with edges because you can't. When the going gets tough, you have to have somebody to set the tone.
You need that tone.
It has to be set.
But let's be real. The only goon on this team right now is DeMarco Hellams.
I need somebody that's gonna sit there and just step out there and put it on the line and say, no, you're not gonna do this here.
Bruh, you got one goon on the team, and he ain't light skinned like them El DeBarge jokers. That's DeMarco Hellams. I've been saying this. They've been bringing in all these soul. How did it go on Coming to America? Just let your soul flow. They've been bringing in these soul glow, light skin, super fly jokers with the perms. Man, like I said, damn, Desmond looked exactly like El DeBarge.
I knew it.
You knew I was going there with it.
Hey, Antonio.
Let's keep it real. You know that, the violent jokers that you want on this team
would have been graded. And graded. Now, don't even get me wrong. His play on the field is a
no. I don't know. I want somebody that's like a John Randall. That's gonna talk to you.
He's a quiet leader.
Yeah,
I need somebody that's gonna jump out of the paint when Drake London get hit when he done caught a little 5-yard out and he going out of bounds and somebody hit him out of bounds. I need somebody to go come over and slap the shit like, hey, bro, touch him again.
Hey,
touch him again.
Listen,
I'm going to war with you.
Listen,
and your coach can get it too.
But here's the problem, though. The problem with this franchise is this: they don't want a guy like that. Now, I'm gonna give you this. It was 2 guys like that on the franchise back in the day. And I'm gonna tell you the honest to God truth. Claude Humphrey was one of them, and he struck the fear of God in people because he had a reputation. A lot of people don't hear about that, but Damian Mitchell, Jim, who tunes in our show, he's the son of Jim Mitchell, who is the unicorn tight end that we had. Kyle Pitts need to look at some footage of that young cat. Let's keep that up. I'm talking shit until he proves me wrong. I don't give a damn.
I'm with you.
Go back and look at the clip before the New Orleans Saints games from back in the day.
That's right, dear.
Jim Mitchell, remember this. Jim Mitchell punched that damn Saints linebacker in the mouth. And they show it all the time. Jim Mitchell punched that dude in the mouth. So he had a hell of a right hand. So you had your goons back in the day. The problem is we got soft. Now, everybody knows Bill Goldberg from wrestling. Everybody knows it. But Deion Sanders, primetime, said Goldberg was our goon. Everybody knew Goldberg was one of those dudes. He wasn't just playing football. He also was taking MMA training in martial arts back in the day, as well as Greco-Roman wrestling. So that's why when you saw him wrestling, you saw some of those high impact moves and stuff that came from what he used to do. So that was your goon on the defense. He protected Deion. Deion said, I ain't had nothing to worry about. He said, that's my dog right there. So that's why when you see Deion do certain little things for the Falcons, you'll see Goldberg pop up. That's his boy.
When a motherfucker that damn big, he my dog too.
And hold on. Everybody knew about him at University of Georgia. He can fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, he like
wait a minute. The only red joker that we got on here right now that be talking that trash that I would trust in the trenches, to be the trash talker to set the tone, would be this man at the bottom with that Atlanta hat on. Now, I don't know what them hands like on the field, but damn it, he set the tone with that trash talk. That's one thing I know about Red.
Yeah, he don't talk all the shit.
Yeah, he'll definitely talk crap.
It's just when that damn 300-pounder look at him and start getting mad or whatever, are you gonna swing or you gonna run?
He gonna he gonna swing, but then he gonna run behind the big guy behind him. Go,
hey, Red, you can run with your fist balled up too now.
But let's be real though, fellas. We look at the tone that's been set for the Falcons. We look at what's been going on. If you noticing, a lot more chocolate brothers being brought in here. They brought one light-skinned joke in here, wide receiver. I got to clown a little bit about that because I said we've been bringing in these El DeBarge jokes. I'm ready. Look, I need somebody that's dark, so dark he blend in with the jersey. That's the type of joker I want to see. Where you look through that face mask, all you see is them damn eyes. You don't see nothing else but them eyes. That's the type of joker that I want to see.
Oh, so you want somebody
ready to knock them out. I'm just clowning, ladies and gentlemen. I just want ball players.
You want somebody
Trey Anderson was just taking out of the incubator a little too soon. That's my light bright guy right there. I love me some Trey.
Your light skin, your dark skin, your white, your yellow.
Can you ball?
Hold on, you know I got the clown because everybody mad about. Think about it. Everybody mad about it.
I want it on my team. Yeah, point blank period. I don't give a damn if you the punter. I want it on my team. You know why? Because you're gonna set a tone, and that's what we need. The Falcons have never had a tone as a later, at least the past since the Super Bowl. Since the Super Bowl, we haven't had a tone setter.
Well,
the closest thing that we had for a tone setter back when we went to the Super Bowl was Robert Alford. Robert Alford was the closest thing that we had to a tone setter.
I'm gonna give you another one that was on that team.
He get burnt, but he still would talk shit.
That kid Collins that they had with the dreads, they got hit with the PEDs. Jalen Collins, that boy, I watched him and he at LSU. That boy was that. But I got a question for you. When can we ever go back to the days now? I'm not talking about the Adam Sandler version of it. No, too funny. I want to go back to the old school longest yard when Burt Reynolds was Paul Crew. Can we bring some of them jokers on this team?
Falcon filter, baby. They got to pass.
That original Falcon on that movie, right? Ernie Wheelwright.
Yeah.
That and the collective bargaining agreement that is making people look. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Office Continental tissue paper.
These, when they allow the players to dictate how long they would practice, when they allowed the players to dictate, when they would go into pads and all of this type of stuff, and they cut out the 2 a days. See, a lot of people would be weeded out in training camp. Weak people would be weeded out in training camp from those 2 a days. Okay. Injuries would take place in training camp that wouldn't take place in week 1, 2, 3 of the regular season because these people are already gone. Okay, the wheat was separated from the chaff back then, but now you remember. I think we almost got in trouble because we had when Dan Quinn first came here, we had too many doggone practices. It was something that we were doing that violated it.
Dan Quinn went a little old school with one of his practices in the NFL called Win Today.
Yeah, it was something that happened. Well, What was that, Ryan?
It's my last question for y'all, and I'm getting ready to roll out because I got to finish getting this stuff ready for tomorrow's show. I'm having fun with y'all, man. Y'all y'all got me. Y'all got me over here staying up past my bedtime, and I'm gonna be dragging. Look, I'm gonna be dragging at work tomorrow, but I'm gonna be ready for the show tomorrow too. Bright eyed and bushy tail.
Yeah,
but
people go to bed early.
No, not really. If you gotta wake up at 4, if you gotta wake up at 3 and 3:30 in the morning, that's not really early.
I'm just fucking with you, Brad.
Well, no, hey, the post office. That's all I got.
You better tell them.
Man, look here.
They don't get if you ain't been up in there, you don't know.
Man, let me tell you.
But so here's my question I got for y'all. Now we look at the production. Everybody's talking about the defense. I mean, not the defense. Everybody's talking about Penix. Look, I'm glad he's here. Glad we got a quarterback. But here's my question. We already see that we got pieces for that defensive line. We need more linebacker depth, and we need better play in the secondary. Why are most of these fans in denial about AJ Terrell? He is what he is. He had one good year, and I don't care what he deflects passes. The hell with that.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Terrell ass is on. AJ Terrell ass is on the timer. Richie Grant right now is like expired milk. You got to toss his ass. Put DeMarco Hellams back there. Been saying this for the longest. We missed out on Marquise Bell coming out of FAMU as an undrafted free agent.
Than Richie Grant.
I've been saying this. Richie Grant should have been gone
at coverage than Richie Grant. That's what people fail to remember. Look at Hellum take back.
AJ Terrell is not.
Hellum was trash.
But here's the thing: AJ looks good against mediocre receivers.
Huh?
But let's be real. AJ looked good against mediocre receivers. When you put him on a top ace, AJ gets toasted. Jeff Okudah had better numbers than he did last year.
The cornerback room. See what I'm saying?
It's not. No. Wait. That's my old position. Hold up. I was a safety. That's not just the corner room. That's the secondary.
I want to safety too. I've been. Hey, Red will tell you. I've been saying we need a strong safety for the longest.
Been saying this. Jesse Bates is your free.
None of that. All these major holes. We didn't address none of it. We didn't do anything to potentially help this team right now.
You had a chance to get TJ Tampa and everybody on this panel that's done watch my show. I said TJ Tampa was high on my list. That was my guy. I said TJ Tampa, and the thing is we could have got him. And I'm like, y'all don't realize that that's a diamond in the rough, and y'all passed on that. And then you passed on Javon Bullard, who you could have got as another safety, and got rid of Richie Grant. You'd have think about it. We got Jesse Bates here for a couple of years, right? We don't know how many more years he's gonna have to play. So if you bring in a Javon Bullard, we called him the bell ringer at Georgia, and then you have DeMarco Hellams with those two in the back, bro. That's gonna be like Thomas Deku and Willie Moe again. But the difference is those boys could actually cover in the pass game a lot better than those two that was there because of the systems that they were brought up in. And the problem is, I don't have a problem with Clark Phillips III. I think Clark Phillips III, truthfully, is a very good corner, and I think he's gonna come to his own. D. Alford has got to play in the slot. D. Alford's got to be in the slot. You got to keep him there. He earned his keep last year, and also as a return man. So my thing is, what do you think we need to do? And I already know what my answer is, but I want to hear what y'all got to say before I roll out. What do y'all think we need to do to fix this secondary? Because we got all the defensive line. But the question is, during the preseason, are we going to make moves to add pieces to the secondary? Because we're not done yet.
I say, one, he a free agent now. Go get Justin Simmons right now. Right now.
Justin Simmons is a guy, or you could go get I forget the cat's name. He helped the Rams win a Super Bowl, and he was one of their top corners on the other side of Jalen Ramsey, who Coach Morris actually coached, and that was one of his favorite guys. He's a free agent right now. Rams didn't resign him. You know who I'm talking about. Good, he can tackle and he can cover. But we just need at this point. We need people in the secondary.
Is it Atwell?
No, it's not Ambrose. I forget his name.
No, I said Atwell.
No. I know who you're talking about, but no, it's not. No, Atwell is the receiver. Tutu Atwell is the receiver.
No, not Tutu. Not Tutu. I know Tutu. Let's see.
Witherspoon.
Stephen.
That's his name. That's thank you, Wallace. Witherspoon.
Akil Witherspoon.
Yeah, Witherspoon is a guy that hasn't been picked up yet, and I feel like he would actually, because he knows Raheem's defense, and he would come in here. And you bring him in with good veteran leadership, solid tackler, good cover corner, and he also is a Pro Bowler. You add him with Jesse Bates, I believe you take a lot of the pressure off of. I think you take a lot of the pressure off of AJ. But at this point, dog, AJ, you only had one good year. I know it's people that's from the crib. Those folks from Westlake and them folks from Bent Hill gonna be mad at me because I'm from Bent Hill. But guess what? He ain't worth 2 dead flies smash, dog. This is prove it year. He don't do it this year. I don't give a damn what you say. His ass gotta go. Because 1 year is not gonna help. Kyle Pitts on the same shit with me too. 1 year. He only had 1 year, and that was with Matt Ryan. I get all the other stuff, bad quarterbacking and everything else, but guess what? You got capable quarterbacks now. So at this point, I don't want to see no lazy route running. I don't want to see all of this. That's all I got for y'all, fellas. I thank y'all for letting me come in the house. I'm leaving the refreshments on the table, and I definitely look forward to seeing y'all at the crib tomorrow.
Hey man, we appreciate you coming through, man. Make sure to take a plate on the way out the door, bro.
Right.
Hey man, dog. I got you know how we got the metal trays that we fill up, man. I got that filled up with food, bro. We good.
He taking more food than he brought. You better watch.
Wait a minute, hold up. I ain't gonna let you hit me when I walk out the door like that. Wait a minute, John. Right. I brought peach cobbler. I brought sweet potato pie. I brought fried chicken wings. I brought ribs. I also brought potato salad. No raisins in it. I don't do that.
Thank God.
I don't do that. That's that. Whoever put raisins in potato salad, you need
to slap yourself.
You need Jesus.
No, you need to be slapped with holy water. What's up, James?
Hey,
all right. Well, Ryan, since you got to run, man, appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through.
Always, man. Thank you for having me,
I appreciate the hospitality you show when you allow me to come in there for the time that I come
always
in.
Welcome in there. We call you the Cricket Deacon on our damn show. You always
see now these people didn't even need to know about my nom de plume.
No, John. They already know because guess what? Yeah. You know why they know? Because they actually are part of the Birdcage congregation and they donate to the collection plate. So yeah, they already know.
Thanks for the Lincoln, guys. Thanks for
the car. No problem.
Thanks for the car.
Hey, John, hold on.
All right, buddy.
Listen, the deacon get the car before the pastor. How the hell that work? It's all good. You know what? I gotta have my cricket deacon or whatever. He at least keeping
seniority. It's always just like at work. It's always seniority, brother.
Hey man, y'all check out the Birdcage LLC tomorrow night, 8 p.m. We have a former Falcon / Jaguar because he played for both teams. His name's Jamal Fudge. Came out of Clemson, played with James Davis, former Atlanta high school legend. So definitely check that out. He's gonna talk about his days with the Falcons, his days with the Jags too. So y'all please come through. We also gonna talk about some other stuff too. Love y'all boys, man. Peace.
All right, brother.
Peace. All right, man. Now, there's another piece of business, and hey, James, did you? No, not James. James, come on in here. Number one, Tonio, did you have something to say about? Because I saw that you posted something about what I said. Wait a minute. Yeah, I saw you post something about what I said, and it was a long paragraph. I mean, long paragraph. I thought I was reading a court docket or something, but but. Like you know now, and one thing I wanted to clear up, I am not encouraging people to walk into construction zones, sir. That's not what I was doing. I was just asking I was just asking whether there were any other arrangements where they could have gone someplace else. Now, I don't know whether they tried to or not or whatever, but you know, it was just a situation because see, that was one of the things Ryan led off with when he came in about going or being at training camp like that with all this stuff going on. And from what they were saying, it's been going on since 2021, and I didn't see anything last year. You know, I didn't see any construction last year because you know,
construction out there last year.
Well, see, I didn't see it. Wait a minute. I didn't go last year. I went year before last. I went in 2022.
I remember.
I went in 2022. I didn't go last year. That's right.
Larry go out there every year. Larry and his wife, and they be shooting. You know, they be talking.
Shooting the video, camp video. Right.
I used to be on it, talking with them or whatever, and like they be telling me, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, what they see, whatever. But it was construction out there. There was construction out there. Like it caught a major uptick last year. But if what Larry is telling me is true, and I do HVAC. If what Larry telling me is true, and they done already brought in the AC unit, the AC unit is already out there and it's already on top of the building and it's already hooked up. The major part of the construction is done. So you gotta get it for a building. You gotta get it certified, checked out. All that gotta be done before you can install the unit. Because you gotta make sure the wires and all ventilation, all that stuff is right, and then you gotta get it checked over again. If that unit is already connected, then the major part of the construction is done. Therefore, if that's the case, then they lying. They lying about it being a danger to public safety.
They build they building more than one building out there.
Also, they're building a building
more than one.
Another building. Y'all knew what time training camp would come. You had 5 months beforehand to get that up and running and on the go. Like, I don't know. I'm in my feelings behind that because I don't see why you would wait till the middle, towards the hottest part of the year to start a construction job. Like, you could have been doing that since January. And you got that in motion. By this time now, it wouldn't be an issue now. And you could have still had training camp and had everything allowed us to come see it.
That's the part a lot of people don't understand when they come to building. Like when you're doing foundation work and all of that, a lot of building don't get done when it's cold, bro.
No, that's why I said they could have been doing this in January. It ain't cold in Jordan in January.
It's cold enough. It get below freezing.
Out here in Virginia, like construction work wise, we ain't gonna really crank it up to like toward the end of March. And I'm pretty sure y'all weather down there is hotter than our weather up here.
It gets cold in January in Georgia.
And it just depends on the year.
January up here, we still could see a blizzard.
Yeah.
January down there, when the last time y'all seen snow? Matter of fact, the last time y'all really saw snow is when it shut down Georgia. How many years ago?
You talking about 2016?
What?
Yeah, it was the last time.
Hey, Winston, we will close. Hey, Winston, we will close the school if somebody spills some baby powder on the damn road.
Come on,
we'll close.
That's a lot. There's a lot that we're gonna see snow.
The way that it's set up right now, because I actually been by there. They got multiple cranes out there. They got tractor trailers coming in and out of there. They got heavy machinery out there. I mean, even the people that actually work there, as far as like people in the organization and players, it's only everybody using one entrance. One entrance. They got sheriffs out there. They got police out there. Everything out there just to keep people up out of there. And the thing about it is, it's not so much. It's really an OSHA thing, bro. At the end of the day, it's an OSHA thing.
Yeah, OSHA ain't nothing to play with.
No, no.
And see, the thing about it is, you don't take that, like, they don't, like, when you really look at it, they looking at it as far as, like, it's a lot of people come out there, but it's a lot of kids that's gonna be out there too. They don't want. They not gonna take no chances on. Yeah, okay, we don't get to see the team practice this year compared to, okay, somebody mess around and get hurt, somebody mess around and die, somebody mess around and be somewhere they ain't supposed to be, when it's already limited access as is. Somebody go out there and they get hurt, man. Come on, you talking about on a commercial building site? Somebody get hurt, man, that's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit.
Yeah, but at the same time, they allowed the same shit last year when they was doing the exact same thing.
No, this year is different. When I tell you they building buildings out there, they building it's a whole nother apartment complex out there.
Hey,
it's
John.
A whole nother, huh?
John. We gonna have to hire Antonio, give him a hard hat, and
let him inspect it.
And Antonio gonna be our feet on the ground. He gonna report live. he gonna report live.
Yeah, I'm sending Antonio up there. I'm sending Antonio up there. You know, but
Antonio in the mix, man.
But one thing, and to Antonio's point, I'm gonna tell you something that happened with me when I was in building maintenance. I was at lunch. They were changing a chiller.
Hold on, John. We ain't trying to hear no story about you and Miss Peterman in there.
No, I ain't telling you none.
I'm just saying.
No, I ain't telling. No, hey. Y'all look.
Miss Peterman.
You won't hear that story except look. You won't hear that story except in person. I ain't telling them. I will tell that story in person. I look here. No. But what these jokers did now, and Antonio, now I want you to listen to this. And matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a picture, Antonio. I'm gonna send you a picture. These jokers were trying to take a chiller off of the second floor of my facility with a lull. These people had done this at a couple of other facilities. Oh, it's safe. Oh, it's okay, or whatever. Now they got the thing, didn't even chain it up. They had trailer restraint straps all around the thing. As soon as the weight left the ledge, the thing came down. And you know some of those lulls, they have a steel cage and they have a plexiglass top on it.
Right.
Man, the corner, and that chiller was the size of a small submarine.
That's about right.
When that doggone thing left the ledge, that lull, the lull tires compressed and it jerked it. And one of those straps snapped and crushed the cab. Buddy couldn't get out. He saw it coming, but he couldn't get out. He was seatbelted and he couldn't get the seatbelt out. Couldn't get the seatbelt off.
Boy, that mercy.
And man, that thing hit that thing and crushed it. And the only thing he could do was duck and try to get as small as he could in the thing. Man, and see, thing was, they called me on the phone. Mr. Harris, get on back here. Something has happened. Hey, what's going on? I get there, man, and I was just 5-10 minutes up the street. OSHA was there just like that.
Mm-hmm.
OSHA was there just like that. And man, we had
every day out there. I guarantee you. They got their own trailer.
Yeah, they stay floating. If they ain't already on site, they ain't close. They ain't far away from it.
They ain't far away.
Going on. They ain't far from it.
I guarantee they got their own trailer on site.
Man, and okay, So they got those, man, they barred those people off the premises, and they went and got a real crane. I mean, the time that you put the wood up under the feet and jack the whole truck up on the feet, level crane. Man, the crane looked like it was taking people to heaven.
A one-way trip.
I mean, they went and got this time. They went and got a real crane.
Highway to heaven.
I mean, man, look. So and see from then on, you know, and see there are things. Okay, now I had a very limited knowledge base about, you know, lifts. Things of that sort. You know, I had to call in other safety people to assist me with it because, you know, I had, you know, very little experience with that. And man, you know, and a lift, and these people have to construct a lift plan. These jokers, the first ones, them jokers didn't do nothing. They just doggone put that lull up there with the forks in. Man,
I'll be right back. I gotta change my shirt. This one's a hat.
Hey. Okay. Shoot, you see what I got on.
One thing about when they bring in a crane too, you just can't place a crane anywhere.
Yeah. And it was just good that we had a level driveway or whatever right there where, you know, you could put it and it would be perfectly flat. You know, and you know, like I said, they put bracing and everything up under the feet or whatever and made it completely flat. And man, I mean, this was a really, I think these jokers use this crane for bridge construction or whatever, you know, because I mean that thing was massive.
Like now when they do crane placement, like the people that come out and mark the underground lines and gas lines and all of that, they have to come out and do all of that now because the weight of the crane, even though you might be sitting on concrete or even asphalt, like the weight of that crane are still crushed underground lines, gas lines, lines, everything.
I can imagine. Now, so much for the construction out there. Now, there's an item I want to bring up that I posted today. The NFL is going into the 22nd century because they are now testing, or will be testing during the preseason, a new type of system to determine where the ball is on the field. Gone will be the days of the chain game and the man walking across there with the chain, measuring where the first down is or whether a team has got a first down. Now, it's supposed to be a system. Huh? What was that, Red?
I said, man, we're gonna put them out of work now.
Well, see, look, hey, Red. Now, funniest thing I ever saw was I think the Falcons were playing somebody down at the Georgia Dome, and they called for the chain game. And you know, the jokers were running 10 yards apart, going across the field, and there was one dude, glasses looked like Red Fox in Harlem Nights.
Oh Lord. Oh, blind Benny. Blind as a bat Benny.
Blind as hell. And he gonna try to mark the first down and couldn't find the football on the field.
When they did him like this, like
he looked up, and you know when you look up with them glasses on, it looks like walleye. What was that? Walleye vision.
He had a bifocal, someone from
bifocal. Nothing. That joker was wearing a microscope, Ron.
The shit was like
he was wearing two microscopes.
Hey, Winston.
Like this man thick, boy.
Hey, John, Winston.
Or like James, look at him. Like James Holloway got right there.
What'd you say, Ray?
what that man say all night? I got something in my eye. Well, get it the F out your eye, you blind.
You blind motherfucker.
Yeah.
And the thing is now,
I'm gonna stick you. I'm definitely gonna stick your little chicken. You little chicken
Hey,
bad.
man, that was one of the funniest opening scenes ever, man.
Bro, that's a classic. Hey,
Yeah.
somewhere you need to put that one out there.
yeah, hey man. But look, I was always cause see that was a play that I think it was when Steve Spurrier was with the Redskins or whatever, where the football was placed down, the yard marker was placed down, and it was a length short, and the man still gave them the first down.
Yeah.
Referee still gave him the first down. Now,
Oh, blind Benny.
you know, well now, hey, you know what led this to come to pass. You know what led this to come to pass, and that was Fox with that little red line that they started putting on the TV screen to let you know where the first down was.
That's an approximation, but the biggest thing is it's been too many calls. It's been too many blatant calls that the fan watching the game on TV can sit there and say, "Hey, no, that's not the first," or "Hey, that should have been the first." And then now you got people sitting there making eye judgment in the heat of the battle, and now it's getting to the point of fans are sitting there saying, "Hey, well, they cheat, they're paid off." So now it goes to the integrity of the game because this is a multi-billion-dollar corporation every year. So now, and then think about you got the whole cheating scandal and betting scandal that just happened last year. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta start eradicating any chance of NFL being corrupt.
Right.
Anything that they can control being corrupt. They have to do that. And if they can't, then they can't. But they're gonna do the most that they can.
I join off of Winston on there. It been some referees that I don't know if y'all seen it that were cheating for a team last year. And
that's why they're going with the chip.
Huh?
I said that's exactly why they're going with the chip.
Right.
The human capacity, the human capacity to err, cheat, or whatever is high because you have free will. Now you can be corrupted. If we can take the corruption out of the game, then it's a better game for everyone.
And they got caught, and I think they just cannot work in the playoffs and all that stuff. But that's the reason why we doing that.
Red, you had something? Yes, I'm Red.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say, it's nice that they're doing it in the NFL. I wish they do it for the umpires in baseball too.
Well, they do have a system. If I'm not mistaken, they had a system where they could imprint a strike zone, because you know how the camera from the pitcher facing the batter is.
That's how I played baseball on the video game. I played with that angle right there.
Yeah, and they superimpose a box or a rectangle where the strike zone is. And they have, I think they have the technology by which they can call balls and strikes and eliminate the umpire. But you know what they always say? They don't want to take the human element out of the game. That's the first thing that they always say in defense.
They need to.
But see,
the human element, like Winston say, they could.
You can't take the human element out of the game, but you can cut down on the human error
Right.
in the game. And
Mhm.
like Diva said, that's true.
Yeah.
They do get a yearly review, and that's how you come up with your playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
They say they go back, they go through all the games, they review all the games, and they see who officiated
Right.
the
Those
games,
games.
which referee crew officiated the games the best or
Mhm.
whatever, and then that's how you get your playoff crew and your Super Bowl crew.
Right.
Like it's not like cities that get awarded the Super Bowl. No,
Right.
you had to actually put in that work to
Right.
be a refereeing crew for a Super Bowl. But you had to show that you've been, you know what I'm saying,
Right. You've been
diligent throughout the
right.
year.
Right.
But
Man, it
but at
make
the
me
same
say that
time, like
because I know referees can make errors. Cause man, John, I remember I remember this episode of Cheers when, because you know Sam Malone played the pitcher and he came in and was talking to one of his old umpires, and the umpire said, "Man, I probably would have gave you a few calls if I wasn't going through a divorce that year." I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
man, so how we know these guys ain't dealing with, how we know the personal issues that some of these guys be going through when they making these judgment calls that affect careers, you
Right.
know, livelihood, and
But
all
not
because
like
dude, you going through a damn divorce, or maybe you got kicked out the house, or your car
Right.
wouldn't start or something next morning, you gonna make a bad call against me? Let's bring
But once again,
that means skinny
they've
ass.
been these referees, in my opinion, been making bad calls for a long time, especially
True.
in the playoffs.
NBA referee.
True. Now that's what I was thinking to go to.
Coach has been making bad
Yeah.
calls for a long time. Look
Yeah.
at Arthur Smith all last year and the
Yeah.
year before that and the year before
Yeah.
that. Look at Dan Campbell in
Yeah.
the playoff
Mm-hmm.
making bad calls. But so like
Tony,
you
what
have
the
to
hell you
understand,
doing?
you have to understand that it is only natural for human to err.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But you have to
But they also can
allow
cheat too.
you have to allow that. You have to allow that. But on like technical things, you can cut back on the error.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Like
On TV.
play calling and stuff. I can't sit and tell you how to call your play because that's your job, that's your show. You run that.
Right.
When it comes to the technical, if the technical is 10 yards is the first down, I can cut that on the error of that. I can cut that on the error of that. That's why you have like the pass interference. You can go review that. And, like the technical part of it, we can do our best to fix that. We can do
Right.
our best to fix that. And that will make the game better though. It does because it's so many. It got to the point that it's so much controversy in so many games that the game ain't fun anymore. Don't get me wrong, the game is great, but when you implementing so many things so fast on top of each other, it's taken away from the game. So the
I
best way to
understand
get
what's with
back to
all
the
these
game,
rule changes every year.
yeah, I mean, you gotta think about it. Like they implemented. You can wear a guardian cap this year during the season. You can wear guardian caps this year. They done pretty much
I
erased the
saw that.
kickoff. They done pretty much erased the kickoff.
Right.
Like you're taking football out of football.
But
I'm kind of interested in the new kickoff rules, how they gonna affect the game.
but it go back to. I wish we could go back to the day that what his name, the punt returner played for Kansas City back in the day.
Dante Hall.
Yeah,
Dante
I
Hall.
wish we could go back to those days as a
The human
punt.
joystick.
Right. I wish we could go back to those days.
Why he ain't getting in the Hall of Fame? You know, the other guy is.
He didn't have the touchdown. He had the yard. He
Who's
don't have
that?
the touchdown.
Hold on.
He'll get that soon though.
Who's
Hey
that?
James, go to
I'm
the
getting hold on, y'all.
yeah.
I'm getting feedback or some background. I'm getting a lot of background from something.
You
Tony.
already know who it
That's the
is.
man with the money right there.
That's Tony watching BT Uncut.
Tonyo,
But you so damn stupid, bro.
Tony watching BT Uncut. That's what's going on.
Look, man, you can watch that Nelly video anytime.
I need a tip drill. I need a tip drill.
Yeah, that's what tip drill. That what they over there watching.
Hey, John, can you drop the link? For,
that's what I'm doing now. That's what I'm doing now.
James about to come in here. New Amsterdam, the red light district.
I wish we could go back to
he got
those.
a blue light now.
Oh, what do you say? He got a blue light? Lord Jesus.
Got something, maybe a purple light.
Oh shit.
Well, no, some lights we don't need to see. But okay,
especially
now
a flashlight.
Yeah. Hey man, I wish I knew what that was. I wish I knew what the hell that was. Oh boy. But look. Man, I'm about to ask somebody what the hell that is. At any rate, now that you all are talking about that part, now that you're talking about that part, hey Red, you got a message.
I know. I'm just messing with you, Jay.
Now, why don't we have full-time officials? Why are we still having lawyers and doctors and people who aren't full-time officiating the game? And see, the reason why I'm asking this, see, it's way different now. Well, I see that, but see, thing is though, Ron, it's a whole bunch of that and a whole bunch of people's careers on the line based on what you call.
Right.
Okay.
Lawyers and doctors. If I went to med school or law school, I ain't trying to be no NFL real.
But see, hey, Red, they picking up $150,000. Red, they picking up $150,000. Easy.
That's what I'm saying. They can find some real reps that do this junk full time and pay them that $150,000. Why are you paying doctors and lawyers who already got that money? Pay somebody who actually needs the money and have a better incentive to do his job the correct way so he can keep getting that money than some doctor or lawyer who, if you fire him, big deal. He's going back to his penthouse and his BMW.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The NFL should have had paid officials long time ago, okay, so that they could study their craft, get better, and improve. But I remember the Super Bowl year, 2016, when I went to Houston. They had the NFL experience down there in Houston. Part of that NFL experience, they had a section where they had a referee there. That referee could access any play that took place during the season. And if you had a question about that play, you could ask that referee about it. And there were a couple of Falcons plays and I went back to 1998. I went back to 1998 when the Falcons went to the Super Bowl the first time. And I went to the San Francisco game. I don't know whether you guys remember this, but in the San Francisco game, Steve Young threw a lateral to a running back. The running back fumbled the ball. Falcon, I don't know who it was that went down with him. They both came up. Neither one of them had control of the ball. And another Falcon popped him. And the ball fell. Chuck Smith scooped it up and ran into the end zone. Okay. It was about 4 minutes, man. I mean, and it was down at the Georgia Dome. that was the third time we played San Francisco because we played them twice in the regular season. Lost the first one, won the second one,
And
and
then
then
in the NFC West now.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
John. Was that
Yeah.
was that Garrison Hurst that fumbled that ball?
was it Garrison Hurst?
It really
I
was
know
the
he was running
49er
back
player
at the
that fumbled that ball.
I'm trying to think. It may have been.
In '98, it was a running back.
Yeah.
It probably was Garrison.
Yeah,
Hurst.
but I remember some type of controversy in that game. And Garrison, now I don't know if it's that play you're talking about, but I know Garrison. It was some type of controversy. And Hurst was involved, and they think I know we ain't see his ass the rest of the game, so they probably benched him the rest of the game.
Because I'm trying to think whether Garrison Hurst was hurt or what. But I can't remember. I'll take a look. I'll take a look.
Him, he probably got hurt that game.
But the crazy part about it,
Welcome in.
What's up? What's up with y'all fellas?
What's going on, man? And hey, y'all look out now.
Oh, let me have my thing.
The international man of mystery, Mr.
Y'all
Keeler,
just look out. That's all.
Mr. Keeler. I ain't gonna put his last name out of, cause you know what I'm saying. I ain't want to divulge too much information. Mr. Keeler, international man of mystery,
AKA Debo,
and Mr. James,
AKA
James from Apartment 3C.
And see, hey, now both of them working together, cause one of them in the shadow. One of them Shadow Man, and the other one doggone just the ghost face killer. The ghost face killer.
Cloak and dagger.
But James, what you want, man? What you got something you want to say, man? You got something up?
I ain't got nothing up. I was just parlaying with the conversation.
Oh, what's that in?
That man, look at him. See, he think, you know what? He think he fooling somebody by using them big words. See, I'm gonna take a sip of water and see if I can digest that right quick.
James been reading it SAT book this week.
Nah, I've just been listening to T.I.
They kill it, man. I know good goddamn well, man. You sitting there sipping on coffee at 12 o'clock.
James just said he been listening to T.I. So
what's up, Chief?
No, it's not coffee, it's tea.
Oh, all right.
Oh man, see that's the assassin's drink right there. That man,
yeah, he trying to unwind.
Right. Yeah. Hey, is that Earl Grey? Or Lipton? wait. Hey, Keely, is that Earl Grey or Lipton?
It's some type of sleepy time tea or something that make me sleepy. I fell asleep earlier, so I need something to knock me back out.
Not while you're here, man. Goodness, God, man.
That's the worst thing. When you done fell asleep early, and you wake up and you can't get back, man. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, that just devastating.
Oh yeah, especially for going to work in the morning.
Yeah,
that's why I couldn't work no day shift. That's why I couldn't work no day shift. Well, but okay, let me ask James, you and Keely. What do y'all think about? Oh, that look at that. There go Chief. You sure that ain't a Long Island? Cause Ray Ellison think you drinking Long Island over there.
Hey, that's my cut. That's one
of your good friends.
Ray Ellison.
But let me ask y'all. What do y'all think about this new first down system? Have y'all heard about it? This new ball spotting system that they're using gonna try out in preseason. And something I wanted to tell you, Winston, they've always had a chip in the ball.
A chip in the ball, yeah.
Yeah, they always had that. But this new system is going to be lasers going across the field.
John, let me ask you this. Now, why should the NFL and sat there and told on themselves? If they already had a chip in the ball, and they always had a chip in the ball. What was the purpose of their big ass investigation come Deflategate? When you
Ooh.
already know that the pressure of the ball was already deflated.
Mm.
There was nothing to investigate because you knew the ball was deflated. The chip in the ball, there's a certain PSI, just like a contact, that ball has to be deflated to. The chip in the ball measures all that and keep measure of it. That's why you have numerous football on your sideline. Because when one started to go down, so it's not, or one to get too wet or whatever, you swat the ball out. So then why did the whole deflate gate was able to happen?
Now, okay. Well, let me. And you sit up here asking me, Winston, I can't answer these questions with these crazy jokers, but you done uncovered something. You're asking a question.
I'm just saying.
NFL
right. don't censor me. Don't send nobody to my house. I'm just saying.
Hey,
I mean,
y'all want me
I'm
to
gonna
start
tell you,
something?
hey,
huh?
I said, y'all want me to start something?
Well, no, hey, look. Well, let me. Okay, now, Diva, I don't know whether that's the same system or not. I'll check it out and I'll post something on that. But I don't know whether it's the same thing they do in tennis. Anybody familiar with the tennis system? Anybody? Bueller. Oh, I guess not.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Like Asher Tennant. You talking about Asher Tennant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some system that Diva is talking about that they have in tennis. So and I'm not familiar with it, so I can't speak on it.
Yes. All right. So how in tennis. All right. So the tennis ball has a chip in it too. All the balls have a chip in it. That's how if you ever sat there and watch tennis on TV, you know how they when the ball hit the ground and they sit there and show you the exact spot that they hit the ground before it bounced out or whatever. It's because of the sensor. It's because of the chip that's in the ball. It's showing you the exact placement of where that ball was at when there's a controversial call or whatever. Because of the chip. It's the same thing with the NFL ball. So they could have been using the technology. But this ain't nothing new. This been used in sports around the league. The only sport that don't use it, pretty sure. Well, now baseball. I don't know. Baseball may got it on the chip in there too. I know. Tennis has it. I know tennis had it. I knew the NFL had it, but they want you. It's like you develop stealth technology for the armed forces, but you don't use it. You have the capability, but you don't cut it on. You don't flip the switch to cut it on. It's the same thing. But tennis been doing this for the past 12 years, 14 years. If you ever watch a tennis match on CBS or whatever, when that ball bounce and goes out and you sit there and show the little spot on the ground where it hit it, and you had the line here and it's either in or out or whatever, that's because of the chip. The NFL chip is the exact same thing. It's the same chip. It's the same chip. We just never use it for the first down marker, which does not make sense. When you have so many times a player sitting there running the ball to go get a first, he get hit, he reached the ball out. And then he tuck it back in to secure the ball. All right, well, because he tuck it back in, you try to take the ball, the forward placement away from him. So I'm saying that's human error. But if they didn't see it, if the ref didn't see it, they didn't see that reach, they gonna mark the ball at where they see him when he go down instead of the forward progress that he's supposed to be at. I don't know. It's a whole lot to it. But I don't know. NFL did wrong. It should have been did it. They should have been doing it. This ain't nothing new. They should have been doing it.
Keely, what you finna stir up?
All right, before I say it, are there any Matty Ice fans on the call?
Yeah, right above you. Hey, Red, are you still there?
Okay, all right.
Red, blank 2 times. Are you still here?
I know a Red stand. All right, so when you said I was having this discussion with somebody. So when you were talking about PSI and the ball, right? The year Matty Ice won MVP, he wasn't unanimous MVP. The votes were split with the PSI guy. So there were voters who felt that Ray should have been MVP, and the only reason that he was not MVP was because of he missed those 4 games due to Deflategate. Now, when you look at the numbers in 2016, he might have been the actual MVP, and the voters might have had the ones that didn't vote for Matt might have actually had it right, but they didn't want to hold. But hey, all I'll say is go look at the numbers. The dude went like 12, 11-1, and had like almost 30 touchdowns to just 2 turnovers.
Hold up now. I just came back. Who we talking about that should have won MVP over Matt Ryan?
All right. So the year that Matt Ryan won MVP, the voting were split. The voters, half of them, not quite half, but almost half, voted for Brady. The other ones that voted for Matt, they said that they did not want to penalize Matt because Brady didn't play a full season. The reason he didn't play a full season is because he was suspended the first 4 games of 2016 because of Deflategate. But when you look at Brady's numbers for those 12 games, that might have been the best year of his career. So people, because of that, still half those votes still went to Brady, because even though he missed those first 4 games, that might have been the best statistical year Brady ever had in his career. So technically, Deflategate, people will argue that Deflategate is the reason that Matt won MVP.
So you telling me Matt Ryan ain't even the real MVP of 2016?
Well,
then I gotta sit here.
Hold on.
Well, I said,
if the man got elected MVP, he's the real MVP.
He got elected MVP, but the argument was half the voters couldn't vote for Brady because of the fact that he didn't play.
He missed those 4 games.
He
shouldn't have been eligible. It's the same thing like with the NBA. Look at the NBA now. You got to play at least 65 games to be eligible for any award.
They just changed that last year, right? They just changed that last year, right?
This year.
This
year.
Hold on. Let me give you his numbers. Over that 12 games, he went 11-1. All right. He had almost 30 touchdowns in those 12 games to just 2 interceptions. He had the highest TD to interception.
If I post this on my page tomorrow, I'm gonna get killed. If I say Tom Brady, y'all know Tom Brady, the real MVP of 2016.
I'm just saying that there was a case. There was a case for him. He had the best TD to interception ratio in his career.
You know I'll do it now.
Bruh. Hold on. That man completed 67.4% of his passes. What else?
And what was Matt contribution?
300 yards a game, and his passer rating was 112.2.
And you know,
the
reason why, the passer rating said like that in QBR is the most substantial quarterback set.
It was the second highest passer rating in his career. The only other year he had more was the year with, I think that was the year with Randy Moss. That was the only year he had a higher passer rating.
But I mean, like you can't vote for Brady coming. You can't let Brady win it coming off the Deflategate. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You literally got suspended for cheating. Not PEDs, performance enhancement, none of that. You got suspended for actually cheating during ball game. So I can't give you the MVP. I literally can't give you the MVP when this guy over here, he's cooking too. He set an NFL record. He passed touchdown to 13 different players. Nobody ever did that before.
Matt Ryan's QBR that year was 79.6, Tom Brady 79.4.
And now something else too. Brady had votes. Brady had votes. Even with Deflategate, if I'm reading what Keely is saying, even with Deflategate, and all of those people knew that he had gotten suspended, they still voted for him anyway.
The man almost had 30 touchdowns in just 12 games.
They still voted for him anyway.
But what? Two interceptions?
Yeah, he went 11-1.
Yeah. and
James Harden cooking.
And
James in Houston.
He went 11-1.
And see, that's another thing too. Now, just like you all are saying, you can't penalize Matt Ryan because he is penalizing Matt Ryan too, because he had to play 4 more games. You know, he had 4 more games in which to mess up. And, I can't believe I'm defending Matt Ryan. But, he had 4 more games where he messed up.
It happens from time to time, John. Not all.
Yeah, I know. A twist of fate. That's a twist of the what?
Don't Ryan. Let me stop. I'm joking.
What the word you talking about up here, man?
Don't
talking about Matt trying over here.
But Matt trying.
Because
let me ask y'all that: if Matt Ryan had won that Super Bowl, would you have the same energy for him?
No.
Nobody would.
Look,
no. Hold on. Because the only differential is with what he's done is he don't have that Super Bowl ring. Same number. If he had that Super Bowl win, if that defense won on the field for 93 plays,
he would be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He would make it into the Hall of Fame if he had a ring. That would be the linchpin. Because even with, like, you got Eli, right?
They're worth something, man.
Yeah, like that's what voters they hold. Like you've seen players in the Hall of Fame that don't have like 15 years of stats. They might have like 6 years on 12 back when they played 12 game schedules. But because they had postseason success,
Kurt Warner,
they're in. Like you've seen the voters, they celebrate postseason success. You got like the whole steel curtain in there. All of them weren't like career achieving lifetime like on the top of these lists, but they celebrate champions, man. Like,
and Keely, that's what I be telling these morons on my page, and they try to come on my page and try to rap. Super Bowl rings are really made. It's a team red. Shut the hell up. If he had won the Super Bowl, you would have been saying it's all him. He is the man. He did.
That's right.
Now, when he ain't got the ring, now you saying
I wouldn't say it's all him. You had to understand the out of any sport in the world, the most team oriented is football.
It is.
There's literally, if your team is not good, you're not going to win. I don't give a hell what you do. You can have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and if the team around him is not good, he's not going to do shit except for have individual numbers. That team is not going to win. Boxing, you by yourself. UFC, you by yourself. Baseball, you can have a dominant pitcher, you have a dominant hitter, and they can carry their team. There's not a basketball. You can have one player that's just above all else, and he can carry that team to a certain point. But when a better team runs up against them, they're going to fail. Why? Because
he didn't have crap teams.
You're correct.
No.
Winston,
Look at LeBron before he left.
Winston, you're correct, except for one position. Quarterbacks get all the credit and they get all the blame.
They
are correct. It's a team sport.
And like I said, way back when we first started this show, way back when me and John first started this show, I said the quarterback position is the only position on the NFL team that carries a record outside of a head coach. You got the quarterback has a win-loss. A head coach has a win-loss. Anybody else on those teams or whatever, there is no record for them. They're either a good player or a bad player. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's why I said a NFL team is the most team-oriented sport in sport. It is.
And when I look at because I have this discussion all the time. I was just having this discussion on Reds on Post with Mark.
Oh God, that long debate.
And the thing is, you have seen quarterbacks who have all the stats. I have seen quarterbacks that have retired top 3 in every single passing category, but because they didn't have the wins, they did not get in the Hall of Fame. They were judged on their wins and losses. Ken Anderson has a better resume than Matt Ryan by every single metric. When he retired, he was top 10 in every passing category. He has 2 All-Pro selections to Matt 1. He has actually led the league in passing, which Matt has never done. By every metric, he has a better resume. But because he's a loser in the playoffs, he went to the Super Bowl and played against arguably the greatest team in NFL history, the 49ers, that 49ers dynasty. It's just his fault that it ain't his fault he played in the era where Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and all them boys were cooking. That ain't his fault. Better resume, but because he's a career average quarterback, like his win percentage is basically the exact same as Matt Ryan. Like he's won with 53% of his games. Matt Ryan has won 53% of his games. Whereas all these other ones like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, they're up there. Rodgers 65% of the game, 70% of the game, 80%. Like literally, you got quarterbacks like Peyton Manning who's won 78% of their games. It's just unfortunate that quarterbacks are judged by their wins and losses. They're not viewed as winners. Like Ben Roethlisberger doesn't have the resume of Matt Ryan, honestly. Yardage-wise, he is, but he's not an MVP. He doesn't have any All-Pro selections.
He got those Super Bowls.
But he's viewed as a winner. And he's going to go in. And what you mean, Mike? He's going in the Hall.
Yeah, he's going to the Hall.
He doesn't have an MVP.
Eli got 2 rings against the GOAT. He's going to the Hall.
Eli has
never telling when he going, but he definitely going to the Hall.
Eli definitely get in, and he get in first ballot too. Eli,
he has be first ballot. Eli has not ever achieved the All-Pro selection.
That's gonna be the craziest thing. Eli gonna get in first ballot. Sorry,
Eli his win percentage is right at 50%. He's literally won and lost the same amount of games.
Yeah,
he's never made an All-Pro team. He has the most bland resume, except for the fact that he has 2 rings, and those 2 rings are going
against who?
Against the
GOAT. The GOAT.
Case in point.
That's why he get in.
That's why he's going again.
They're like your brother. First ballot. He getting in.
Well, his brother.
He getting the first ballot.
No, his brother was that dude though. His brother was that.
Oh yeah, it was. I'm saying he get in first ballot because he beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl, and his last name is
when you first ballot, you got a nickname. Like his brother, that's a sheriff. Yeah. He's going first ballot. Eli is still called Eli. Eli. Tom Brady, go.
Well, who is Eli? If his brother the sheriff, who is Eli? The deputy?
Eli. Eli.
Well, supposedly Eli was
is he the bear dude from Inglorious Bastards?
Supposedly Eli was the runt. Eli was supposed to be in the runt of the litter.
Eli is Barney Fife.
What did he do?
Yeah. Well, and plus the fact. Yeah. Now Eli was supposed to have been, just the run of the litter, the tough one. He was just a tough one. They said that he was tougher than his brother.
Oh, most definitely though.
Bro, Big Brother got 5 MVPs, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as
look at those teams,
grit, determination,
in New York. Look at those teams that he had in New York. Look at the offensive line that he had in New York. They had a defense line. They kept the defensive line. Offensive line was trash. Eli was getting beat up like Matt Ryan would.
But
in the dark alley. In the dark alley. With no security camera.
It go back to the scouting department. Back then, the scouting department, they know, for the Giants, they know how to put together a great defense.
Yes, but they couldn't put together a great offense. They put together pieces.
So
it was good enough. They put just enough pieces for Eli to Tom Brady ass in the Super Bowl.
Well, all the way back to Parcells.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you remember that Giants team that won the Super Bowl against? Who was that? Who was that? That Hostetler was the quarterback. Who did he beat? Was that New England or Buffalo? Was that New England?
No, yeah, that was a Scott Norwood game. Yeah, Scott Norwood. That was Hostetler game.
Okay.
Against the Bills.
We lost Winston.
Yeah, 91. Because Phil Simms won the MVP in the first Super Bowl, and then the second one, that's when Phil was hurt. And Hostetler came in.
Yeah,
and Norwood missed that kick, and everybody on Giants was shocked because we thought we were gonna lose.
Them boys went 0-4, man.
But once again,
Keely, I just watched that Buffalo Bills 4, whatever it was. It was a documentary about their 4 Super Bowls.
Was it wait a minute? Was it the missing rings?
No, not the NFL Network documentary. It was the 4. It's something. The 4 things of Buffalo. I can't remember the name of it. The 4 disappointments.
They went 0-4, and they had a goon squad. They had an all-star squad, bro.
Right.
And they went 0-4.
Just listening to them talk about that, like Bruce and Thurman, and they sitting there watching the game too. Like
Andre Reed, man, they had us.
But the problem with Buffalo, the problem with Buffalo, as well as all of the AFC teams, they were weak on the line of scrimmage. They were weak on the line of scrimmage. Because see, man, I remember Washington. No. We talking about Buffalo.
No. I'm just saying they were the same thing with Giants on the offensive line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, now I don't know. Now
they built to their front 4 on the defense. Offensive line of scrimmage was weak.
Well, now Joe Morris. Now Joe Morris. Who was the other one? Great big old joker they had. Cause Joe Morris, Maurice Carthen. Who else? It was some
Carson.
No. Harry Carson was on defense.
Oh.
And now, shoot. Carl Banks and LT. Hey, look here. Carl Banks and LT. You didn't find out how good Carl Banks was until LT retired, because Carl Banks was holding that side down, Jack.
Hiding in the shadow.
Man, shoot. Man,
that don't know what LT you were going to get.
Well, when he wasn't on, when You know, you just didn't know.
when
he wasn't on the trip to the moon.
They could do a little documentary together.
When he was in Earth orbit, he was all right. But once he left,
when he was within the stratosphere, okay.
He said he played better
when he lifted off.
You don't know what LT.
He lifted off from Pensacola, Florida.
He said he played better when he was lifted off, though. He said he played better when he was lifted off.
Michael Irvin did the same thing.
Right.
Michael Irvin did the same thing.
That's what I don't understand. How you can play better and you on something?
Hey man, hey Ron. I had some people that used to play basketball. Man, they said that the hoop was as big as a swimming pool.
But
when they was on that stuff, they couldn't miss.
Wait a minute.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, Chief. Chief.
Back when I used to smoke weed back in high school, I used to smoke before a game. Now,
thought you never did drugs, Winston. Now you lying.
Oh no, I don't do drugs. I used to smoke weed. That was shit.
That was high school.
That was down there 20 years ago.
What?
That was down there 20 years ago.
Don't do the shit now.
Yeah, I started smoking weed and clubbing and all that shit when I was 20. That shit don't do nothing for me. Yeah, like I don't move like that.
But that's the thing is that I just talking for myself. I've been clean for smoking weed almost 20 years now. I used to smoke weed smoke you on Friday. Like that was me.
You man, I put it to you like that.
2 hours smoking.
Ah shit.
Man, I just seen you at goddamn pumping down. You talking about 2 hours.
I said 2 hours.
No, 2 minutes on this screen.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I just seen.
But when I did smoke, I used to
get right
lazy and shit.
Oh, boy, down with dope.
I used to get lazy.
Yeah, think about it. When you practice something to the extent of that, it's muscle memory. It's muscle memory. Like all we gonna do is just relax you. It's gonna cut down your anxiety.
What?
It's not gonna sit there and deter your mental capacity unless you overindulge in it. But if you take a couple of hits, like you good.
Don't know shit about smoking weed. They think,
you know what I'm saying? If you sit there, if you just sitting there trying to face a whole bone before a goddamn game, all right, it's very likely that your ass gonna get cooked. It's very likely your ass gonna get cooked because your whole motor skills is just depleted. But if you take a couple and then you go on out there, man, you all right. You all right. Your anxiety is down. You're not thinking. You're just reacting like you're supposed to do in a football game. That's all it is. You're just reacting.
But when dudes be on that sugar booger,
sugar booger, sugar. That's a whole nother monster. I can't tell you about that story because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing on that.
I can't fuck with nothing with my nose, dog.
When people be on that sugar booger, just the results you get.
Anything to go in your arm? No arm, no nose.
Oh,
but see now that and then hearing and see that and something else now, y'all. See, back in the 70s, 80s, when this stuff was new, before people learned how to cut that stuff, and you were getting the real stuff. Man, it was some folk that were rendered null and void. I mean, all circuits were unplugged. It was over with.
And John, what do you say? They were like AOL dial-up.
Yeah. I mean,
still
just like a phone off the hook. Boo!
They still loading to this day.
Cause see, man, I remember there was this girl, man. They got some of that. They got some of the real stuff. I mean, when
her name last name.
Man, look, she still don't know who she is. She still don't know who she is, man. And I mean, look, it was just like Richard Pryor. Damn, Rich. I can't get it to you fast enough, Rick. Come on, man. He said, man. I mean, it was bad. It was bad.
Sit
that
your
and
fried
that
out ass down before I make change.
Yeah, see that nigga right there. He was old dope head too. That's why he was doing the whole thing.
My pops died 10 years ago.
G Money. I'm talking about G Money.
Were on that sugar butcher for like since I was 9 years old.
Oh man.
And you talked about when he died, he looked like Skeletor because the drugs
ate him up.
Ate him up.
Ate him up.
It got to the point that if he turned sideways, he disappeared.
Automatic.
That's a hard jacket to get off your back, though, man. Addiction is so serious. That's hard to get off your back.
My dad,
if somebody haven't sat there and seen it and dealt with it, cannot. Well, for one, you should never look down on anybody that's dealing with addiction.
My dad,
but for you to actually be able to interact and help that person, you had to get outside of yourself and see what they actually going through, to help them out of it.
And my dad was in the military for so long, and he doing that coat sugar butter. Those two bad signs. Somebody in the military.
Did your dad go to Vietnam?
I was about to say the exact same thing. Think about how many of you that went to Vietnam and came back off with. Yeah. Shit. Look at Dead President.
Right.
Yeah.
Dead President. One of our favorite movies, but at the same time, we wasn't enlightened enough to actually see what the movie was sitting there saying.
Right. So when my pop died,
you peeped it, but at the same time, like when you first sat there and watched the jump, especially very, how old are you? You about what, 40, 42, somewhere in that neighborhood? I'm 37.
I was 15 when he came out.
Yeah, see, when it first came out, would you 42 now? When that shit came out?
95.
I was like 12. You know what I'm saying? See that? You know what I'm saying? You said 15. I was 10.
Suck it, boy.
Then they keep that stuff.
Watching.
But
when you fell down them steps, man, that shit was so funny.
But we made light of the situation instead of helping the situation, and now you have two whole generation, three whole generation that came after that. Then it dealt with that scenario,
right?
And then we sit there and wonder why it's such and such,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know what? Hey, Ron, I wish nothing but blessing across you and your household. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And I'm sorry for everything you had to go through.
Yeah.
Let's steer this conversation back towards some football. Because we're going down the whole road. We're going down the whole road, and I don't know if you two going loud. Hey John,
Mhm.
when we were doing the schedule release last week, I think we got up to week 8, and I think our overall was at
5 and
5
3.
and 3. 5 and 3. You want to press down that road?
Yep. Let's go. Because
we didn't finish
okay, we
the
were at
season?
5 and 3,
Hey,
and I think the next team was
I would love to keep going on this conversation. I just don't know if YouTube would allow us to go
Right, all
on
the
this
way in there.
conversation with the platform that we have going on. I would
Still
love to keep
Joy
going
and
on.
Taylor be talking about here. They better shut up. Wait, them two girls be
But
on
Ray
that
is
talking
on,
about
but Ray's on
everything.
point with that first
ain't
comment.
that tough
He said Vietnam wasn't good for that. That was
at
a
all.
very because even if that didn't get you, my uncle he went because of Agent Orange because of complications with that. So even if that didn't get you, that got you, or that got you. Like we were screwed up.
Yeah, somewhere along the line, you done got hooked in the crook.
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhere
That's
along the line.
why the Euro community they love the Vietnam because they love what they did to our community.
Y'all seen Toy Story?
Yeah.
With little Bo Peep with the little stick, and she was catching Woody with the crook. That was Vietnam. Vietnam was they got down that stick, and that same stick caught Joy. Now it's either this or that, but somewhere along the line you didn't get caught in one little crook.
all right. Now I thought we were getting back on 20.
We didn't get back on 285.
Oh, okay. I thought you were getting back on the pavement.
Man, you gotta get on to
Hey
it.
John, Winston took us on 166 for about 2 more minutes. Now we're back.
Loop around. Get on 95 north. Get on 95 north and come on up here to Richmond. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, don't get on 75, 85.
All right. Now we might not have time to finish all of them this week.
Just don't get on anything that racing and driving down the road. Wherever red at, let's go on the other side of the interstate. If you going north, let's go south.
Crazy, boy. I drive carefully. I drive like a grandma out there.
Yeah, and I'm a carefully avoid your ass. Be on the other side of the road.
All right.
I decided to see on the what is it, the body cam video from Jordan and shit. Yeah, no, I ain't playing no game with you. You got a big dog.
Okay, now the next 3 games. The next 3 games we got, and I tell you what, we can go to the bye week after these 3 games. It'll put us to the bye week, and we can finish next week.
Okay.
Hopefully, no other crazy news comes out.
Right.
But the next is the Cowboys here. What y'all feeling?
Me personally, we owe them an ass whooping anyway.
Come on.
And it's personal to me. I don't know about how y'all feel, but that game right there, I want to bust that ass. That game. I want to hit him so hard, he will be talking in tongues.
I shot him of them.
Now see, now, Ron. Now they got all over me. They got all over me when Tua got hit so hard that he was throwing gang signs. And they were there, you shouldn't have said that. I said, man, the Joker, man, look, they should have never let that boy back out on the field.
Right. So,
but they let him on the field, and I mean,
they are these contracts. You better take one of these contracts.
I gotta say, what week that will be?
That will be week. That'll be week 9.
Yeah, week 9.
Yeah,
that'll be week 9.
We will beat them. We got something to prove.
All right. What about the rest of y'all? What y'all thinking about that Dallas Cowboy game? 1
What you
p.m.
got?
in the dome. 1 p.m. in our dome.
Well, Dallas probably this gonna be a trying year for Dallas anyway. I don't really see too many positive things happening because number one, it's probably gonna be Dak Prescott last year. It's gonna be a lot of pressure on everybody in the organization. We all know Dak, Fat Mike, and pretty much the Cowboys all together don't respond well to pressure. And we'll probably be 6-2, 5-3 at the worst, with momentum on our side because everybody said we was gonna be dog shit. So Cowboys coming to our house. Y'all remember that game when Dak got sacked 6 or 7 times by old buddy Adrian Claiborne? I see another one of our guys getting the Dak's ass again. I don't know which one. I don't know, maybe Trice or something. Doyle, hey, anyone? Hey, I would love for the rookie to get in his ass 6 times.
But I see our comparison I can give you for Doyle is Adrian Claiborne. He's got that team, that tweener side. They sit there play the exact same way. Edge, move to 3 tech, move to 5 tech. Like they play the exact same way. That's who Doyle is.
I see our defense showing out on Dallas that particular game. Cousins or Phoenix, whoever play, probably will just have one of those not subpar, but they'll just have a okay game. But I see our defense really rising up that game because, like Ron said, we owe them an ass whooping.
Hold on. What you say? You said the defense doing what?
The defense will be playing very motivated.
No. Hey, look, I seen the hand motion. I see the defense rising. I seen the hand motion. Hey, Keelan, man, what you got, bro?
Very, very motivated. And I see Cousins or Phoenix, whoever playing there, they'll give us about between 25 to 28 points that game. That'll be enough, and we'll get up in the Cowboys' ass. Defense will have a good day at the Beans. And I see that's a win, John. That's my take on it.
If this was in Dallas, I'd take Dallas. But being that it's at home, I think I would take us. I think I like Dak. I just think Dak is the same. I don't like Dak in the postseason, but when Dak these are kind of games in which Dak would throw for 330, 350 yards easily. Mm-hmm. But I don't know who's the starting running back. I don't know what their running game is going to look like. They had a very quiet offseason. Is Dick Trayvon healthy? I'm assuming that D's going to be straight, but I mean, I'm going to take us just for the home field advantage. If this was in Dallas, I would take Dallas.
Cousin got to win his home games now, Keelan. He's going to stay on the field. I say Cousin got to win these home games now if he's going to stay on the field.
I'm not even. I think even if Cousins is trash, they're going to stick with him at least until the very end of the season. I think. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have a quick chair for him. He's gonna have to be he's gonna have to do something like Mariota in Carolina that night, throwing from his back in order to get.
Oh God, I hope I don't see a game like that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh, now I'm seeing Ezekiel Elliott went back to the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, but once again,
you gotta understand the role that he came in to do.
What?
He's gonna be a short yardage back.
What?
That goal line, that 3rd and 2.
What?
That's what he's gonna do, and he can sit there and get a couple of runs early. But he's not your starting.
No more.
Oh, okay.
They got Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn, he's 5'5". Yeah, he's like 5'5", like 100 or maybe like 200 pounds.
What?
Like they don't have a actual.
Oh yeah, that's small kid, right?
That's why Skip Bayless has been sitting there snapping because they really did nothing to enhance his team.
And like
They lost everybody.
Exactly. That's why I think we're gonna beat them.
Defense.
Right. Like Diva said right here, they got offensive linemen and they let go the ones they had. They went to the Jets in Washington. So
yeah, they started center is gone. They starting left tackle is gone. I want to say the starting left guard is gone. Starting running back is gone. Starting defensive end is gone. Starting defensive tackle is gone. Another defensive tackle in the rotation is gone.
And
starting inside linebacker is gone. Starting outside linebacker is gone.
Which one of them Hall of Fame offensive linemen they lost? Didn't they lose like Zach Martin?
No, Martin is there.
Offensive linemen.
One of the Smith went to the Jet.
Yeah, the tackle.
Then
he had injury history though, so
yeah,
they weren't having a
and then the center left. The center went to
Washington.
Washington. They let Washington get one of their
Washington got like two of them.
I don't think Washington. He went somewhere though. The center went somewhere. Then you have
these are some of the reasons I think we're gonna get in their ass, man.
Yeah, but
because the way y'all talking, ain't nobody gonna be playing.
Right.
Now look, watch this. Let's go to the defensive side. Lawrence is gone.
There. No, he's there.
Lawrence
is there.
No, I ain't talking about. Hold on.
You talking about Dexter Lawrence?
No, DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm looking at their depth chart now.
See, Washington
he was gone.
Cowboys.
Well, they get one of their guys back, and Tay Diggs' little brother.
They getting him back, but
Trayvon.
Yeah, Trayvon did.
I remember saying that, Winston. Dan Quinn took 2 offensive linemen with him to Washington.
As far as the offensive line, only but one. Well, one of their they got the guy that they drafted in the first round is taking over on the blind side at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that, and it depends as far as what they're saying. That they did draft a center in the 3rd round, but they already got somebody that's projected to start at center. So, I mean, we'll see.
And it takes time for your offensive line to come together. So,
I mean, having a rookie at left tackle is going to be a big deal, though. We'll see how quick.
So y'all predicting a win against Dallas?
So
I'm taking it.
Why did? So, Louisville free agency. Tyron Smith, left tackle. Tony Pollard, running back.
To Tennessee.
Lawrence Armstrong, defensive man. Tyler Biadasz, center. He went to the Cowboys. Commander. Dante Fowler, he's going to the Commander too. Never Gallimore, defensive tackle, went to the Dolphins. Noah somebody.
Yeah, leave that man name alone.
Yeah, man. That thing a little crazy. He went to the Commander. Jonathan Hankins went to the Seahawks.
Yeah, they don't lost a lot of people, man. You don't improve that team.
And then even beyond that, you lost your defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
It would be easier to stomach losing the defensive coordinator if you had the pieces that you had. You lost all the pieces and lost the coordinator.
Yeah, but this game is in November. That's a lot of time to figure it out before we play them. Like, I don't think it's going to take them the whole year to kind of figure out, like, who's the best in what position as far as, like, where to play.
I put it to you like this. This game right here, what Dallas has on their roster, this game right here will show whether AJ needs to be paid or if AJ is a CB2. Point-blank.
Man, we're gonna find out that way before the Dallas game. We're gonna find that out in the first few weeks.
No, you're not.
Look at who we played in
No,
the first few weeks.
No, you're not, because you can literally sit in that scheme and you don't have to put AJ on anybody one-on-one. You don't have to put AJ. You just
yeah. I think CD gonna have a good game that game.
CD is their only option. I ain't gonna say number one option.
Well,
He's their only option.
Yeah.
So now, when you have a receiver like that, in a position like that, in a scheme like that, you have to goddamn put your number one on him. This is gonna show you what you have. When we play Philly, you can sit there and move AJ and put AJ over on Devontae Smith and bracket over AJ Smith AJ whatever his name is.
But I want to ask you this, Winston. Do you put Jesse Bates behind there? Will we face with AJ face CD Lamb? Or do you
when I'm playing the Cowboys as currently constructed, I would let AJ go head over. I would let him go head over. Yeah.
The more we talk about this,
I would let him go head up with him, and then I would see results after a quarter and halftime.
Okay.
And if he's not sitting there showing that he can contain them, then I'll make adjustments.
Okay.
But my initial plan is to let AJ go head up, and I'm gonna shut down everybody else on your offense.
Okay.
The more we talk about it, I think the Cowboys gonna have a lot of trouble this year.
Yeah.
I agree.
The Cowboys so far removed from the team that they had last year. They are so far
You're
removed
playing
from the team they
hardball
had
with
last
Dak in that contract. See,
Right.
that's gonna be another thing because Dak, even though he probably gonna be playing for his next contract next year. All of this stuff combined, then Mike McCarthy, his future is not determined.
Then
My bad, Ron. What you saying?
You missing they offensive linemen went to Washington. So they already know how Dallas like to do everything. You got Dan Quinn over there in Washington.
Well, I'm gonna take Washington in some of those games they play the Cowboys. Like I say, I don't think it's gonna be a good year for the Dallas.
I see them falling off. I see them falling off. I mean, they'll still end up second in the division, but I definitely see them falling off to the point where Washington may be able to get them jump frog.
Right.
Leapfrog.
And Philly, I say Philly and Washington might be 1 and 2 in that division.
See, wait a minute. You got the Giants. They look what they did in free agent. They got another pass rusher over there. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Who their quarterback though?
I think they're gonna struggle on offense though. And I think the Giants
ain't that new. But look at exactly what we just said. Look what Eli did. They had a dominant defense. They had a quarterback. They were halfway decent, and you got them over the hump. And then they got pretty much the exact same thing. But Ayamada and Tuck. Ayamada and Tuck. They went and got what Thibodeau and Burn. He said they replicated the same thing.
The same old thing came right back around. So,
but they don't have no Eli quarterback this time.
They quarterback don't need to throw 35, 45 times.
You make too many mistakes.
How you beat Dallas if you run the ball. You run the ball. When you run the ball,
there's always been the fumble.
Michael Parsons, man, this dude is so overrated when it comes to run defense, man. You don't think so?
Jerry hit on trying to get shit up.
I ain't saying he a dominant pass rusher, but when it comes to run defense, And Michael Parsons, he's just like the rest of the Cowboys.
It's just gonna be too much on Dak's shoulders with no run game. I think
no run game.
I'll be honest with y'all. The Giants had the best shot of getting Shador next year.
I should see that.
The Giants literally have the best shot getting Shador Sanders. The Giants have the best shot of getting them this year.
Well, he love that about Brian Daboll. Daboll would love Shador, boy.
But the problem is,
think about it. They don't have a dominant team, but what they did do was build up their defense. Offensively,
and they got a big play receiver. They got a big play receiver.
You already know, you already know your limitation. You already know your offensive limitation. All right.
So do you see Malik Neighbors like having like a Justin Jefferson type start to his career over there with the Giants?
Not this year. Not this year. Maybe
you got to think about who's throwing the ball.
Right.
Think about it. Like
who was throwing Jets? Well, no, I can't talk about that quarterback.
Yeah, don't do that. Like
I was about I had stopped myself.
Think about Drake London. If Drake London had a better quarterback, he would have put up numbers.
Right.
You see how he attacked the ball. Like when Drake really want to go get the ball, ain't nobody stopping him from going and get the ball.
Right.
Now, gonna show out.
Imagine if he had a better quarterback. Think about the numbers that he would have. Right. Drake London literally has lost like at least 600, 700 yards off his overall career.
No,
but look at this though. He still, even with the trash he had, he still put up 800 last rookie year, 900 this year. It's gonna be
and
about.
He still don't have a 1,000-yard season. So when he goes to the negotiating table, and they sitting there and break it down, hey, well, you went on subpar 1,000 yards, and you finally get 1,000 yards in your third season, and you want to come get top receiver numbers, it's not going to work. Why? Because you haven't produced that.
Right.
Well,
you don't have the number. You don't have the number to sit there.
How many years he got before he can ask for that money?
Who?
This year. He can ask for the money after this year.
I thought you can ask for it to that fourth year.
No, third year. After your third year, as the first year, as the first round, you can go ahead and get extended.
Well, yeah, he gonna have to wait. He gonna have to wait.
Well, gentlemen,
he gonna wait after year number 4 to negotiate.
Gentlemen,
and that's the same thing with Kyle Pitts.
Gentlemen, it's that time of night.
We'll finish this discussion with you. I want to
y'all. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. Hey, man. The man said, "I got to get out of here."
Yeah, go.
Yeah, man said, "I got to get out of his club. I got to turn it loose and whatever I left on the floor, the sweeper get it. That's his."
If it's on the floor, on the
floor. Winston, though, I bet Drake London. I bet folks will be taking Drake London in fantasy. Well, first 2 years I wouldn't take it. But
I'm gonna take Drake and my wide receiver 3.
All right. Well, you guys.
Matter of fact, I need to holler at you because.
Me too, man.
How do you feel about doing the iTech fantasy league this year?
Oh, hey, whatever you guys want to do, that'll be fine.
I don't play fantasy, so.
You don't play fantasy?
No.
Whatever you guys want to do.
I don't play it, but I wouldn't mind. I could learn. I could start. It don't matter. I just don't. I'm not a stats guy. I'm not a stats guy unless my team win, and that's when I start looking at the stats. I just like to focus on the game. But see, if I play fantasy football, I have to be focusing on certain players.
But guys, we can discuss this during the course of the week. Yeah, and man, look here, Diva just killing folks. She plays in 3 leagues.
No,
So
Miss Deep, I want you to get with me because I want you to I want to get on the part of somebody. I kind of want to try this fantasy football out.
I don't play fantasy.
Oh, now look at Ray. Ray said he been playing for 24 years.
You see,
come on now. Hey, look, let's do some. We'll get together and we'll talk about it.
We'll put this on the document. Fantasy football and that receiver discussion. We're gonna finish.
No, we still gotta get through this damn record. We gotta get through this record.
Yeah,
the schedule.
Oh, he said ever since Yahoo started it, he's been doing it. But next week, we will definitely finish the schedule. Cause when breaking news comes, we fix it. So that's what we did. That's what we did tonight.
News, man. When are gonna take a break? God,
hey man, we love drama. But I'd like to thank everyone. Man, it must be time for me to go to bed. Like to thank everyone for coming in. Ryan, really appreciate you coming in and chopping it up with us. And Keely, James for being the
Antonio
blue light silent partner. And at least Tonio stayed awake this week.
Yeah.
Oh no, you saw
us.
And Ray, you coming on? Hey man, come on in. We'll be glad to have you this week.
Ray, you gonna try to come on? After all that trash you be talking on my page, bring your ass. Like Anthony.
That's a red invitation. I wish he was working for me. But yeah, that's a red invitation. So he can come on. Y'all can come on and chop it up and get these things discussed and get these things handled. But as always, hey Ron, what you doing?
This weekend I'm just trying to get my house in order. Let me say that. I've been talking to you, John. You know a little bit about it,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm dealing with that. So, and I talked to Winston too about it. So that's what I'm gonna try and do this weekend.
Yes, sir. And we'll see you on Tokyo-ish Tuesday.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Tuesday.
And hopefully Pops and the Hemi brothers this weekend. Hopefully.
Okay. All right. And Red, I know you got something cooking Saturday morning. Or y'all gonna take off for the holiday? Y'all, what y'all gonna do?
Man, Red can't cook. That shit get burnt.
Not yet. We don't go into hiatus after the NBA draft, but we'll be on this Saturday, 11 o'clock. Feel free to join everybody. Y'all know I'll be on my page too.
Hold on.
Thank you.
You said you're going on hiatus?
After the NBA draft.
Oh,
for like a few weeks. Yeah, for like a few weeks. And then we come back right before the college football season started.
So they're August.
Oh, y'all on hiatus?
After the NBA draft. Well, I don't know. We might not take a hiatus this year, but we usually take one after the NBA draft.
Okay.
That's in June? June or July?
Right, like the end of June. And then we come back like
NBA draft.
The first or second week of August.
Right.
Well,
but like I say,
all that's fair. Yeah, the door is still over for you.
Winston and John, appreciate you having me. And Ron, hopefully I'll be with you on the Pop Henry this weekend. I can't wait to join you to the show, talk that ish. And fellas, love being where would you rather be?
All right. Hey Winston, what you got, boss?
And all I got is Falcon talk all the time, every day, every week. That's all I got.
Don't be sending me nothing about no dang writers and weekends. All these damn rappers.
Hey, look at brother.
Hey, he need to get him a new lawyer though, because he got gypped big time.
Hey, bro. Cook. But I'm about to start putting out profile pieces. No, for the Atlanta for the eye test page. It's I'm gonna start putting out profile pieces and in-depth articles or whatever, and anybody that want to write articles or whatever, send it to me. We put it on there. But everybody tune into the eye test group and page. Sign up for it. It's all on Facebook. And every Wednesday, unless there's something breaking going on, y'all can see us right here at 10 o'clock Wednesday p.m. Yo, franchise player, man. How you show up at the end of the?
Is he late? Is he late again?
Yeah.
Franchise player that came in there and then never a scoop of grits left in the bowl. He's over. Hey, fellas, what's going on?
Oh, hey, he said he in Germany.
Brother, brother.
He's in Germany.
Wow.
Brother. Hey, safe travels, brother. Over here.
Yeah, hey man, take care of yourself over there.
Thank you. We appreciate you all for showing up. Hey man, shit. Hey Ray, I'm out here in Richmond. I'm in Richmond, Virginia. So if you want to link up with them, I'm out here in Richmond.
Yeah, Michael Vick and Allen Iverson name. Little nose and earth name, they kept looking.
They literally like about an hour, 15, 20 minutes away from where they grew up from.
Wow.
But
hey, franchise.
Ed Davis, I went to school with them. Montrell Harris, that's my cousin. That's my little cousin. I played against Russell Wilson. In high school.
In high school, you and Russell played against each other?
Yeah. Okay. Russell from Richmond.
I didn't know that. I ain't know Russell from Virginia.
Yeah. I played against Michael Robinson, fullback for the Seahawks when they won the Super Bowl. I played against him. Montrell Harris, I played against him. That's my cousin. Brandon Minor, I played against him. I played against all them boys. Josh Wells, he played with my little brother. That was Josh Wells was a quarterback in high school. And he won a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay as the left tackle.
Now Michael Robinson was a quarterback too, right?
Yeah, Michael Robinson was a quarterback, big as hell in high school. I'm talking about like 6 foot, 225 as a quarterback, running like a 4.5. Yeah, in high school.
Oh, Tapper Hannah. Okay. But ladies and gentlemen, let me let y'all go so you guys can get up, do what y'all got to do tomorrow, because we'll be here all night. You know how we do on the eye test.
I'll let y'all.
Bye.